ToD top right, close to HawK. So HawK's incentive might then be to go on Lelu, because he is perceivably weaker than ToD in an early engagement, and that's the best way for HawK to break out of the surround.
Do you think that's how HawK approaches this? Because I don't think so. I don't think he will. I don't think he will go for either of these players just because that player is weaker. I think he will make it dependent on race potentially and expo location. But I think I guess he's optimistic that he can win either of those two, isn't he? I mean, isn't that the one-on-one semi-pro mindset?
Ooh, I think he has definitely respect for ToD, as he was copying or is copying his build order in FFA. As we can see, he also has adjusted to the lumber mill first build. So I definitely think that he has some respect for ToD in FFA, even though the only engagement we saw was where HawK won against ToD in the 1v1. But yeah, that's obviously small sample size, and generally I think, yeah, should prefer to get out Lelu first. I mean, that should, if they think a lot about strategy or a bit about strategy, then they should definitely get Lelu out ASAP, in my opinion. Especially Sheik, because Sheik should be the best in the freeway. Yeah. So yeah, we will see if they think, and we will also see what Lelu is going for his hero choice, as all the other players going for Alta heroes. Oh, Sheik is going for Dreadlord first. And
I think Sheik and Lelu both very willing to just creep and get a bank early on, if possible. And we know that that's probably not the approach that ToD and HawK are going to go for. So I think, if you're Lelu or Sheik, that is reason alone why you may want to try to at least convince the others that you are fighting each other and just let them fight in the east.
But, I think our first choice is definitely a late game decision. Like, oftentimes it's just better, especially for these FFA players like Lelu, to accept that if there will be a tier 2 rush or anything like that, you will lose it anyway, even if you go and play Keeper or Demon Hunter first. And yeah, rather go for the long run option that has some nice base race potential, and the Tinker, of course, obviously the perfect choice for it.
Yes. Yeah. It's also the try hard choice, I guess, if there's a lot of money on the line or if it's a big tournament. I see the Tinker by Lelu in pretty much every big match.
I would say on a map like this, where you can creep 2 heroes to level 5, basically, and where you have enough creep camps for yourself, and where if you face 2 humans, as he does here, I think Tinker is by far the best choice, I would say. At least if you are favoring a base race long game over early aggression.
Sheik is quite the ballsy move here, going for his non-natural expansion first, and I don't see the Fog of War being spread in a way that he scouted. Or maybe he scouted with skeletons. So yeah, I guess he scouted to the left side that this is free, and now he takes this expansion just to set the pace for his expansion choice. And this might already lead to some imbalances. Like Lelu, like on this map, everyone has 3 expansions to take if you count it. And now Lelu only has, oh no, never mind, he has 3, but HawK, of course, is supposed to go to the bottom right, all the way over the map to get up to his 3 expansions.
Yeah, I mentioned before that it's the worst case scenario for you as a surrounded player if the 4th player spawns exactly.
Okay, we see a fight here. Sorry, we see a fight here.
Yeah.
Over the Shredder. Like, no one really wants to aggro the other, but everyone wants to get the Shredder. And HawK with the 4 ping doesn't get it.
Yeah, ToD buys it and also secures it, and even uses it for the creep camp here. So, yeah, HawK.
I'm actually happy that ToD got it, because he was already was a little bit angry in the lobby that HawK got the best ping. So yeah, if the Shredder would go to HawK, maybe we would see a rage quit by ToD. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and HawK
is capable of or not.
HawK is also not finding a Shredder here because that one is bought by Lelu, and this one is also gone. So he walked exactly into the wrong direction. And as I mentioned before, I mean, if you're surrounded, and in this case Sheik spawns exactly cross map, it makes it a bit harder to quickly know which cross map expo is available still. I think he will find it now.
Like I did a lot of theorizing, and I think this is usually the scenario where I think you have to go for an early aggression. If you are surrounded, plus you get your Shredder stolen, usually this just loses so much time that you are not really able to win your first initial 1v1. But yeah, that might be only true for me. But yeah, I think it's usually one of the scenarios where you are pretty much forced to do some aggression, but now he's also behind on the hero levels. If we take a look at ToD's Archmage level 3.8.
Yeah, we see the Panda. Sorry.
Isn't it quite a mistake to go for the upper left and then bottom left Shredder when he should know the starting positions, right? So this lab is clearly belonging to Lelu. The bottom left lab is clearly belonging to Sheik. Shouldn't he have gone down?
I don't think he has the scouting.
He can scout at that point. I mean, usually, because wisps are moving quite quickly, I would start scouting once the night begins, because otherwise you easily, unless you're really good with waypoints, as these players arguably are, you easily cross like creep camps during daytime. So I think it usually takes some time to scout every player, so I don't think he knew yet where Sheik spawned.
Yeah, we can also see that ToD's vision is not spread towards the south, so he doesn't even know if he's surrounded or not. He just scouted HawK and therefore was claiming the Shredder for himself. Suspecting that he might be surrounded as well, and now even stealing the creep by HawK. So at this point, I would be pretty angry.
I really don't like ToD's creep route here. I think it's unless you want to attack maybe with towers or something here, I really don't see why you want to go for this creep camp here instead of getting your second expansion in the south. I mean, that's his advantage.
Like we said, he didn't scout yet, and he knows that he was the one that stole the Shredder by HawK. So he knows himself that if your Shredder gets stolen, this is really making you angry. So he is suspecting maybe HawK to go on him anyway. So why not him being the first? And now he has +1 hero levels on first and second hero. So yeah, this should be a good choice, I think. I mean, yes, you are right in that ToD has the entire south for himself, but he has to suspect HawK to somewhat react to the Shredder steal.
Good point. But I also think Panda is Panda probably picked before. Or he planned to go for Panda before he knew he could steal the Shredder. I think it's always interesting to see Panda second versus MK second. I personally, I think you really need some time with Panda.
And this is now so inefficient for HawK. I mean, look at the Archmage movement. If you if you think back, like where has he been already? He has been to the south of the map, then back to the top, and pretty much always running, never getting any XP.
Yeah, and he will get attacked by ToD now. So you're I mean, you're right. I'm not sure if ToD would have gone for this attack if he hadn't known that HawK is so weakened here. But
I think it might seem a bad choice on paper because he attacks into his surround when the entire map is still up for creep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think taking into consideration what happened, this is a fine move. And we of course also see on the other side Lelu getting up to 3 expansions and of course having the time of his life. Like this is exactly what he wants.
And Sheik too, exactly as we mentioned.
And he
for both of them, it's perfect scenario, and we see knights versus knights here, and ToD is pushed back. So I mean, it's fine if he still manages to kill HawK here at some point, but I still think, I mean, maybe it's just my not that aggressive mindset, but he's sacrificing so much so many creep camps and so much potential gold here in the south. I still think it would have been worth to at least creep one of those expos earlier.
Yeah, but as soon as you lose the initiative in these human mirrors, it's so hard to come back from it. Like even having the knight first in the expansion of the opponent is such a big deal. So yeah, I think it comes down, especially on these high-level 1v1 fights, every single first aggression bit that you can get.
Oh, and HawK's heroes here.
Is there a staff? Yep.
But the knights are in the backline here. HawK spreading his knights really well here into the backline, killing the
very well played.
But still, HawK's heroes so low HP and low levels that I think it's...
Wow, and ToD 2-1 upgrades already on the knights. 2-1 versus 0-1. Okay, now 1-1 for HawK, but still, hero level advantage, upgrade advantage. This is looking good, I would say, for ToD.
Yeah, Paladin dying here, and that's it for HawK. So that was a quick one here.
Oh my god, that's the first FFA loss for HawK on our channel, isn't it? He dominated the weekly, he pretty much dominated the semi-final, and now he's out after what, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
and that's why I was saying, if you lose the Shredder and you are surrounded, I think your best choice is to be aggressive right away, because the guy that steals your Shredder falls a little bit behind in the army department, but you will lose a lot of economy and late game potential. So yeah, a lot of people might just go still peaceful and try to expand across the map. But yeah, if ToD is the one anticipating that HawK might be going for the aggressive line, then yeah, you just have a free loss, and I think his best choice, speaking of HawK, would be to just skip the Shredder and go straight for a tier 2 push.
And I
want to cut you off real quick because we got more support. Thank you, IZ, for $10. Can we do a break between 9 p.m. and 4 p.m.? Need to play ice hockey. That's gonna be rough, but you can watch the VOD. And Kenny G, after supporting the one-on-one, also supporting the FFA, $50. Of course, no stranger to the FFA game mode. Kenny, you're a legend. Thank you very much.
And yeah, now we have a freeway with Lelo and Sheik still in, so the wanted balance. And usually, yeah, I just wanted to say, if there is an early freeway, there is usually a lot of hoarding, but and Lelo was on 50, and now Sheik being on 80, though, breaking this, I'm not sure how to call it, etiquette.
Yeah.
And yeah, Lelo loses one expansion and Lelo is going to lose the second expansion. So yeah, in FFA, you can go very greedy, but if you go too greedy, then you will get punished, and losing expansions is super expensive. Not only the cost for the tree, but also the time that it takes you to rebuild. And yeah, now he has to break into higher upkeep, and that on fewer bases. So it will be hard to keep up with the guy on 80 and 3 expansions when you lose.
And Sheik is taking 5 expos now, so of course I can't underestimate the sudden gold jump. If you take a fight now and you go to 50 supply, even for just very few minutes, it will jump. Your gold count will jump immediately, so definitely worth it. But I must say, I would have expected them to hold for a bit longer.
Scroll of the Beast by Sheik. Lelo, good position, of course, in the midst of all the Moonwells. So still against the Scroll of the Beast, you need a very good fight. And even we see healing wards, I think, by Sheik.
Yeah, the roar was not...
Oh, they are Lelo, definitely. Okay.
Yeah, the roar was not hitting the hippos, so that was really bad for Lelo here, who will lose this fight dominantly.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice dodge by Sheik. Once again, a little bit of retaliation. Tinker falls after the keeper as well. Lelo tried to get some hero focus on. It was, of course, a very chaotic fight. That Panda with the nice breath. And there's more. Look at the mana. Looking good.
Such hero level by Sheik already. I'm so impressed. Level 544. And that's, of course, the AoE that you need in these air battles.
Wow, and Sheik will just let the Panda live here. Probably scared of this DK.
And yeah, Lelu heavily caught off guard here, and now you can see he was on 50 and still is now on 400 gold, 100 gold, only one mining expansion. So yeah, I think Lelu just, when he saw that HawK was out, he just leaned back a little bit in his chair and thought, all right, let's hoard. It's a freeway anyway, so yeah, everyone that tries to get ahead will be punished by the other. But no, it's not the case. ToD is delaying his creeping until now, and is also getting nice hero levels. So Lelu falling behind here, a rare occurrence, but yeah, we can see it happening live on screen.
And we will see in a second here if ToD will start scouting with his gyro. I think that's something ToD isn't doing as well, the gyro scouting. So we'll see, because I mean, Lelu is under pressure. I mean, he has only 1k gold, and I mean, since Sheik is cross map, I don't think he will try to finish Lelu, but still, it's hurting badly.
Sheik wants to go to 50 back with this fight, but with so many expansions and worker supply, I think he isn't even able to get to 50, even if he
and
uses
this panda is also dead here. Is he?
Yeah, that's such easy XP, like it's such a nice tome here at this point.
And he moves the heroes out of range, so he gets the level 6. That's almost bad mana, I would say.
Yep. If it wasn't so efficient. Yeah, I would agree. So yeah, ToD in the meantime, of course, he had the choice to go back to 50, but he would have to kill like 30 army supply, which is a big gamble.
We'll go for the attack now, yeah. I guess, will he?
Yeah, I think he just didn't scout anything yet and just goes from camp to camp to level up some heroes here. And yeah, that's of course the advantage if you fight later, like ToD was fighting early, so yes, he got his level 5 Archmage now, and the other heroes are also decent. But Sheik was creeping his Dreadlord to 5 first and then started to fight, which means he is able to get level 6 Dreadlord.
And let's see if Lelu is trying to signal something with this Wisp. I would assume he does. Yeah. Good move by Lelu, I think.
Yeah, just a wake-up call also for ToD. Question is, how does ToD react? Like, is ToD going to team out Lelu? Never mind, we have the answer here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Lelu is very, very far from there. I mean, he has almost the same gold count. No one is far ahead in gold, and Lelu has enough space and potential expos here. Has retaken all his expos already, and his main base is mainly intact. So that's why in FFA sometimes we see people leave after one big fight if an enemy stays in their main base for a bit. But we saw comebacks from insane situations. But this is like, for Lelu isn't even a bad situation, because now he will get some time to hoard.
Yeah, it's only a bad situation if ToD is gonna team him out.
Exactly, yeah.
1v1. And this is definitely possible for ToD, especially ToD being the one who always claims that Lelu is getting the free wins in FFA. Yeah. So yeah, he might be over careful that Lelu is not getting the free win, but it's difficult. It always is misleading these situations. Like, if you are a ToD, you're not expecting Lelu here to be on 4.3k gold.
Yeah, but it's also so risky if you're ToD in this situation and you would go for Lelu. It's a huge map. There's plenty of gold. Lelu has a Tinker, and ToD is very low on lumber still. So
Sheik is DPing.
Yeah,
it's interesting, but ToD was not really going for Sheik. He was just taking all the creeps.
Ooh, but Sheik is going for ToD.
Yep. And that's now very good for Lelu again. So it's always the same in a freeway. As soon as the weakest player gets spared, or the stronger two are fighting rather, that's the best that can happen to the lowest player. And Lelu has now time to recover, I guess. It's a big map, 8-player map. Lelu is on 50 supply, and 50 supply on a lot of bases in Warcraft 3 equals a lot of money. See.
The best thing that can happen to us is more support from people like Escapos. Another $50. We are at 278 now.
Wow. This is
Awesome.
Getting more than the 1v1 win I had at the moment, maybe.
That's right.
Ooh, and now both here fight against Sheik, but I mean it's nice move by Lelu to appear desperate here. I have just a Tinker. I need to get a Moonwell next to your main base, and losing the Tinker even now. He doesn't care. I mean he's happy to mine on 50.
Yeah, the only thing that he has to take care of is that the 1v1 between ToD and Sheik is not ending too soon. So he has to balance the game accordingly to this, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Like, if there was mass TP, I would say, yeah, there can be a killing blow with 100 supply that just kills Sheik, but at this point, both are very healthy still, and it's a small fight, 70 versus 70 food, so no one is going to die here with like 4 expansions each. And that's great for Lelu, of course. It's a no-chat game, so once they started to engage each other, it's so great for Lelu, because in a no-chat game, it's now hard to say, okay, let's stop and go on Lelu, who is pretty much dead, as both know. And yeah, we know dead Lelu is the most dangerous Lelu there is.
It's amazing for us that we have 2 players mining all these mines on 80 supply now, because that's sometimes a bit of an issue if you have an early freeway and everyone's just sitting on 50, that everyone gets a huge bang, and then we have some downtime until players start to use their gold. And now we have at least one player in ToD. I mean Sheik sometimes and Lelu also sometimes. But,
yeah, you're totally right. Like these early freeways oftentimes turn out that it's a very stale game. Everyone waits until all the mines are mined out, and then everyone has perfect scouting on the main bases of the other players. So as soon as 2 guys are fighting, the third one comes in and helps and balances, and then at 20k, the first player stops to produce units, acting dead, and yeah, this will lead to these very, very long games. And like this, it's very nice. Like a player who is very underleveled and roosts becomes the richest on 50 supply, the only one who has money, and the others are fighting each other in the meantime.
Yeah, and ToD is adding some tanks here to his army, signaling that he's likely going to go for Sheik again here, I assume. In the meantime, Lelu is rebuilding his Moonworld, so he's taking his time because he knows, I mean, he can't take a fight against Sheik anytime soon unless he goes to 100 supply, which
but
he
Sheik,
doesn't want to.
Of course, very experienced. He is not sparing Lelu, and that's only possible because ToD is also somewhat experienced in these situations and is also not going fully on Sheik, but also aware that there's a third guy who is 100% mining on 50, so you have to, yes, fight the stronger player, but also keep the third guy low, or potentially kill him, but that's always depending on how confident you feel in the 1v1 then.
Yeah, it might turn into a problem for Lelu if he's getting pushed or threatened now. Keeper still level 2, Tinker not level 6, Panda not level 5.
Yeah, but he needs one big fight, and he's already up to 10k gold, and at this point he has enough gold to stay in the game, and we already see him pushing this expo here in the south, so he knows he can stay in this for a long time. It's even good for him if he appeared a bit weak for a bit longer. He just, at some point, you're right, at some point he will need one big fight. He can't allow both other players to get to like 7-6-6 without getting to at least 6-5 himself. But I
the
think
thing now is that only Sheik is killing Lelu's expansion, so Lelu has to pretty much go on Sheik, so that Sheik is weaker and can't kill Lelu, because then he would be too weak to face ToD. So yeah, that's pretty much the balancing that Lelu is trying to do now. And yeah, I think Sheik has to stop on Lelu.
Yeah, he's signaling. Lelu is trying to signal peace here. I mean, it's always a bit of a tricky one, right? Because even if you kill that expo here, it's only 2 other players, so it's very likely, even if you kill it now, that this will be retaken by one of the other 2 players, because you can't take all expos on the map. So it's, to some degree, it's only delaying the mining for a bit. And I think it's almost a bit greedy by Sheik to take this expo now, but I guess if he pieces Lelu, maybe he's hoping that he can keep it.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Like Lelu is pretty much forced to give it to him. Otherwise, both lose pretty much, because if they continue to go in each other and kill their bases, then yeah, both eventually lose. So yeah, I think it's soon time to piece and yeah, keep ToD a little bit lower. But yeah, ToD is not going on Lelu, which means that Sheik is the only target for Lelu at the moment.
Yeah. And it's so funny, like this with the mechanic in Warcraft 3, the upkeep mechanic, that look at the gold count that Lelu has like a 5k gold lead simply by not being above 50 supply. And he's like, I mean, all his expos died now multiple times.
Yeah, like
and
the entire map
he's-
is teal and red, every expansion, and still Lelu is ahead.
Exactly. So
Bars.
yeah, so basically Sheik converted some of the gold into XP by being above 50 and being able to to win this fight. And now Sheik is close to ToD's main base and killing farms. I'm a bit surprised that he does it.
Say that's nice for Sheik now. Ooh, ToD is piecing Sheik, but Sheik can't really accept it because Lelu is
Who's this? Did he
just
steal the item? No.
on him.
Did he steal the item? Okay, they are both piecing, so that's very interesting. So could indicate that they indeed want to finish Lelu.
Yeah, but at this point, it's just suicide mission for Sheik because Lelu is just gonna be on him the entire game, and it's impossible for Sheik to win against ToD if there are 3 heroes by Lelu constantly taking out all his bases.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the map is huge, and there are just too many mines at this point. Let's see. I mean, ToD is moving out now, and ToD has a significant number of tanks, so could deal some damage to either of these players. And I think
mean, if they really
yeah.
have this mutual agreement to take out Lelu and not fight each other really, then yeah, there might be. It might not be too bad for Sheik looking at the hero level. Yes, he is far behind in gold. ToD is so far away from STP and tanks on such a big map. Like if you want to move out to take out anything of Sheik, you will face like 20 Carrion Swarms on your way. So I think he will never reach the other side of the map. So what Sheik might be hoping for the ToD Lelu. But yeah, it's a tough decision for ToD. At the moment, Lelu is only on Sheik, so that's not bad for him. So why would he take him out or risk that Lelu is touching targets? But yeah,
Let's see.
that's exactly what's happening.
So of course there's no bolt for ToD, so not able to stop. That's a disadvantage if you play without MK. That you're pretty bad at just targeting heroes that pass your army, unless you have Sorks. But he doesn't have any. And yeah, all these expos are pretty nice XP tomes for Lelu now. Level 5 Panda solely by killing Acolytes. We'll have to get out of here in a second though. And yeah, Lelu is taking more and more expos, and ToD looks a bit undecided. Like he's moving south, now he's moving back
He's
north.
not used that no one is attacking him. Like, he thinks, what the hell is going on? Am I disconnected?
Yeah, and I mean, it's tempting to just wait if you're at peace with the other player and you're mining, but it's so hard to judge whether you... I mean, now would be a great time to attack, I guess, for ToD, because he has the gold lead and he knows that Lelu is on Sheik too, so would be a good opportunity to attack, I think.
Oh yeah, but I agree, it's such a hard decision for ToD, because if he now is on Sheik, then Lelu is of course immediately stopping on Sheik, because Sheik also is forced to stop on Lelu, and Lelu, if he's playing for win, has to help Sheik.
I mean,
so
yeah,
ToD
but
knows that if he's going, that suddenly the others will stop fighting, and at the moment everything's going well for him. Even though he's not getting XP, which is of course the big downside, looking at Sheik's heroes.
Yeah, it's interesting because, I mean, I guess if this takes much longer, at some point Lelu will be out, but also ToD is mining more, so it's It's pretty interesting to see here. In general, how do you feel?
Mirror here, so this is all very annoying here for Sheik. He is falling behind in comparison to ToD so much, and yeah, that's exactly what Lelu's plan is, right? He has to unbalance the 1v1 so that at least one of the players is not willing to accept it and relies on him eventually.
How do you feel about the one-on-one matchup, one-on-one FFA matchup between ToD and Sheik? Like if
I think as long as the Archmage is not 6th, Sheik is favored.
And there goes the keeper.
But as soon as Archmage is 6, I don't see any chances for Sheik anymore. And yeah, we had some ladder matches. ToD, wow, so much XP now, killing his heroes. Yeah, so some ladder games, Sheik versus ToD 1v1. Pretty much, yeah, always the same. ToD is killing the bases, Sheik is killing all the workers that gets it. And yeah, eventually the hiding is favoring Sheik. But yeah, also of course very low sample, and as soon as Archmage is a chance for the undead. So that's the big downside for ToD, and he is not the person that's usually very patient.
And now
like
he's he is going for it.
Panda is always very important that you get to high levels, as it's just so bad if you're behind and very good ahead.
And just in time for Lelu, this attack here by ToD now, because this is... Hey, let's see, I mean, Sheik should realize here in a sec that there's just no way, despite the scouting, to finish Lelu off in...
Yeah, and Sheik is doing exactly what he always does. If there is no mass TP, he's just going, dodge all fights, only kites, only goes for the expansions of ToD, and Lelu is safe for now. Yep, that's definitely the saved by the battle for Lelu.
But it's, I mean, Lelu is pretty much revealed to Sheik. Sheik has so many shades.
Yeah, but Lelu has way too much money.
Yeah, for sure. He will stay in this for longer.
As soon as ToD is on him, that what he was now, yeah, there's just no way that he can take out Lelu on the way.
No, I mean, not if you're engaging into a serious fight with...
we see a TP now by Sheik. Where is it going? Okay, to the expansion. And yeah, this is now a clutch moment in the game. And yeah, Lelu needs to scout his ASAP, because yeah, otherwise ToD might be winning this. But ToD is not going for the killing blow, as he's only 73 supply. If you want to go for the win in a freeway, you always have to go to 100. Otherwise, you're way too slow and not capable against bigger banks. So now we might see a straight-up fight, a somewhat straight-up fight at least, which is very rare from Sheik against ToD. So yeah, interesting. Let's hope that he's also scouting. Yeah. Okay, he's already scouting, so he sees that the main base is still up for Sheik, but he is still attacking the Predators. Yeah, Lelu soon need to get a better scout, which he does here with the Hippo. Let's hope for the sake of the game that Hippo will find.
Nice meat wagon here in the back, if he can keep it alive. Pretty difficult against the Panda. Panda diving here, and Panda might be stepped out.
He's stepped out, so that's pretty much safe.
And Dreadlord getting into position here.
Yeah, and always the biggest issue for human versus undead, you never get XP, because undead is always kiting, is losing money by buying mana potions and heal scrolls, and you never really can trade gold for XP.
Wow, and that was a lot of stuff killed here for Sheik.
Yeah, exactly.
And we see Lelu still attacking here in the west, and they are signaling peace to each other with a worm. So okay, so Sheik and Lelu are peacing, and this is like a dream scenario for Lelu if ToD continues to go on Sheik, which he very well might. And yeah, as going back to the 100 supply comment by you a minute ago, I think that's also something one-on-one players don't really like to do, just because they're not used to it, that like they go in high upkeep because they see the money going into the being gone to the tax office, I think. So they don't like to push to 100 supply, which I think, if ToD really wanted to try to win it quickly, I think he very well could have gone to 100 here.
Yeah, now that ToD took such a long fighting break, he is very far behind in hero level to Sheik, which means that it's now even tough to get to level 6 in first place. Ooh, this worm here on the way is of course a big help. But yeah, level 6 is what he wants.
I thought Sheik may signal peace to ToD too, because for Sheik, who is on 50 supply, I think it could have been nice to be in peace with both players now. But he is continuing, so that means he will not be allowed to stay on 50 for much longer. And Sheik, yeah, Sheik is under pressure, has only 5k gold, and I doubt his expos will live for that much longer against all these tanks.
Yeah, the best thing that that can happen for Sheik is exactly what's happening now. Like, he is just getting XP by killing workers while being on 50 himself and not get attacked by both Lelu and ToD. So yeah, at the moment, yeah, pretty nice scenario for everyone. Like, it's again a game that balances out very well, I think.
I think gold count wise, they might underestimate how far ToD is. And I mean, I kind of think you see it in ToD's main base. I mean, ToD doesn't build a main base like this with 5k gold. So I think he has rather like 15k.
Yeah, like this main base is exactly the experience in the last games against Sheik. Just protect against these harasses. And yeah, even on the Expo, so many towers, but it doesn't help. Like, it's just warm Nova and all your workers are gone, no matter how towers you have. And that's exactly what we see happening on repeat here. And yeah, ToD is doing the only thing that he can do pretty much without an STP, and that is going to the counter aggression. So yeah, pretty much both are weakening their economy, and Lido, of course, the big winner of this. But he's running out of expansion possibility himself. So
yeah, and
he did a great job in keeping Lelu low at the same time.
And we can't forget Lelu has no main base, and it looks as if he's not really willing to get one anytime soon. And one big attack here, in theory, on a greedy Sheik could mean, like, if Sheik loses his main base, this could very quickly turn into a win for a ToD. So let's see. I mean, Sheik
on 15 not producing. Is it just gonna? He's producing acolytes. Like, this is pretty much.
Yeah, Dreadlord is also out of mana, so I don't think he can hold this. DK out of HP, Dreadlord out of mana.
It's 2100 now, so he's smelling blood in the water now. He says, "Oh, Sheik is greedy. There's no army. Let's go, let's go. Now that's exactly my time."
Yeah, and the Dreadlord is not going to the shop to get a mana potion here, which I think now he does. I mean, he really needs to use the Dreadlord here to get rid of the tanks.
And now it bites ToD a little bit that he was on 70 when he started this push.
Yeah.
Because now it takes a lot of time, and maybe he loses even everything here.
Yeah, that's. I think he could have bulldozed everything here with 100 supply. Might still be able to. DK is still low HP, but also human heroes slowly running out of HP.
We can see here the hippo and the crow.
The Archmage. The Archmage dying.
Well,
and that's very painful because he doesn't have a second TP here. Yeah,
and Sheik is still not producing anything, so he is definitely up for losing his main base, as it seems. Not even a worm.
Yeah, good point in time now for Sheik to catch up in gold from his expo. So he's playing this a bit greedy, I think, but it worked out well.
We always have these token knights here by ToD that take out the expansions in the at the same time.
Yeah. So what do you think? What gold count does Lelu decide to get, like, at least somewhat of a main base?
Yeah, very tough. Like, he has to scout and judge how the others are met against each other, like how the fight is going, and whether 3 heroes are enough to be the balancing factor, or whether he needs another.
I think he will get. I mean, he will get production buildings with more than 10k. I'm very sure, but probably not worth to get one main base that will just die to tanks and infernals. So let's see. I mean, it's 100 supply present now, I guess, or isn't it? No, okay, a few tanks back home that ToD hasn't brought, but I mean, Sheik apparently willing to lose this main base. Otherwise, yeah. I think
he decided to lose his main base once he wasn't pumping.
And I think that's super risky because, I mean, look at the map. He has one expo outside of this map, and that isn't even live. So I think this could very easily be ToD's win. Okay, now
very early call, I think.
No, I mean, very easily.
Lelu is here. Breath, rocket.
And forget what I just said. This is not going to be an easy win for ToD, I think. And village. There's village. That's
level 6 now. That's very nice for ToD. Finally, he got it. Finally.
And also DC levels for Lelu, who almost got to level 6 with the Tinker even.
Oh, wow, nice. Mass TP and the DK is dead. Wow.
Great move.
And yeah, Lelu's got again and again. So yeah, that's of course skill of a FFA player to always know what to do, even if you're behind. And yeah, Lelu on 13k gold. I have 3 heroes. That's not bad.
I think these are the games that Lelu has a very high chance of winning. And Sheik is trying to signal peace, but I'm not sure if ToD will accept it. Let's see.
Yeah, I think ToD on 16k gold, getting rid of Sheik's main base, knowing that Lelu doesn't have a main base. I agree that this is not the point in time where he wants to peace, really, because if he accepts the peace, then Sheik is just gonna rebuild a bit.
But he does. He's going for Lelu now. He's going for Lelu now. Not the worst move.
He's just going for the straight up 1 versus 2 and just kills whatever he sees. Lelu was already on ToD, so yeah, no reason for ToD to not go on him.
Yeah, of course, human with mass TP, that's the best thing you can have to fight 1v2, especially with Panda also. That's what we saw by Nox, one of the greatest FFA
but
players.
I don't want to be in ToD's shoes still here. Like,
no, yeah, I think
give me his situation. I would lose 100% the 1 versus 2 against those 2 people. Like they are the most difficult to kill for sure.
Yeah, especially with Tinker. I think it's quite a pain to deal with the Tinker here, and we already see it. And tanks are
really count though. These are 4 wins and 2 lures, I think. So yeah, that's it with the army for now.
Lelu it's pretty hard to actually try to kill someone's units or buildings if that player has no main base whatsoever. So in this case, I mean, Lelu has stuff throughout the map, but you don't want to walk around the map for hours. So again, I repeat myself, I know, but I would like to see a gyro scout by ToD. I mean, I just don't think he's scouting well enough.
It's so hard. Like, I think ToD is exceptionally doing well in these 1 versus 2 scenarios. Like you can see here, there is a tank, there are tanks, and he has the mass TP on point. He is expansioning at the same time.
Yeah, he's playing it. No question, he's playing it well. I just think I still think he could scout a bit more. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting.
This is exactly the problem with the Panda. There is no way to kill these heroes ever. It's just straight up, mass TP.
And mass TP is a big helper here, and I mean, at some point they will need to deal some damage to ToD here, and I really like that he's using those towers to make it much harder for them to break these expos, so will take much longer. They are, I think, positioned a bit too closely to each other.
Mass TP, of course, the most important thing for Lelu and Sheik is to buy time, to keep ToD busy, at best make him defend instead of being offensive. And yeah, that's why ToD has to spread out his army as he does, defend only when it's really necessary, and at the other, otherwise just go and split your army. Don't be too gold efficient because you can't be. And that's what he's doing. Maybe the Shade is dying. Yep, the Breath is killing it.
But yeah, ToD is doing a great job with these tanks to keep the Necropolis right next to those tanks. ToD is doing a great job keeping Lelu. I mean, look at Lelu's number of buildings here. He has 1 Tree of Life, I think, and no, 2 Tree of Lives, but he, like Lelu, despite his gold, can't really get an army here because his stuff is getting killed over and over. So, I mean, if ToD manages to kill Sheik here, I definitely think it's his game to lose.
Yeah, you always say it as if it was easily possible. Like, good luck killing Sheik with 4k gold on an 8-player map. So I think this is going to be a very tough task. And yeah, of course, ToD is now bleeding in gold. He's in high upkeep, so he doesn't mine a lot anyways. He's constantly being targeted, so he has to make a lot of towers that are going down. He loses all his tanks that he has to spread. So yeah, very inefficient in terms of gold. But yeah, that's what he has to do. It's the best thing that he can do. He needs to be very fast, find as many buildings as soon as possible, prevent everyone from mining, yeah, and still have an army big enough to be able to fight where Sheik is, for example, here with level 876, which is also not easy.
Yeah, and coordinating is pretty difficult here, so ideally, I guess, at some point you would coordinate to go to ToD's main base together, maybe, but at this point, of course, that's not feasible, so ToD will just bleed and expose, which I think he can afford at this point to lose some of these expos, but...
Yeah, I mean, only look at this, like, there were like 10 towers and a mining base, and now it's gone, even though ToD is putting on so much pressure onto the entire map. So yeah, it's so tough in ToD's situation. Yes, he is still rich, and he's also making progress because, yeah, as I said, he's doing very well. And don't get me wrong.
So we have basically just a handful of buildings for Sheik left at this point, but that will probably change in a sec. And it's like there's so much stuff going on everywhere. There's like small shenanigans, and yeah, I mean. Tinker level 6 is a big help for Lelu too, so I think Lelu with the gold and his hero levels feels pretty comfortable in this situation. Just can't allow any player to roam too freely, but it's in a good spot. And with Sheik also with the cut gas pipe coming in handy here without a main base. But the DK always low on HP. I still think he should invest into a parry up, maybe. Too risky to lose the DK at this point. Oh, the mass TP.
Oh, nice. Yeah, just to get the Pally in range of Holy Light.
Instant TP, wow. Yeah. That's. I think he could have gotten away without that, but of course with the soul.
Yeah, but even with this, ToD is constantly losing, of course, stuff over the map, like here, like here. He has to do this, don't get me wrong, it's exactly what he has to do, but looking at his bank, it's still nice, but it's shrinking, and there is still gold on the map.
Do you think he's enjoying this?
Wow, it's so hard to enjoy a game like this, but he's definitely high on APM, as we can see. I think his norm is more like 240. It's very stressful, and you have to be all over the map. And Lelu is trying to claim this expansion, so yeah, a little bit of a feud between those two. Of course, everyone is playing for win eventually.
I wouldn't have expected Sheik to be the one lagging behind in gold count so far. After this first engagement with Lelu, he had like 6 expos coming up, and yet he never managed to get a significant back.
Yeah, and he even never was in high upkeep.
Yeah.
He's the only one pretty much. Okay, Lelu, of course, also.
And we see more tanks here. And ToD is spreading a lot of tanks. I don't think I've ever seen him send so many tanks everywhere. Like those few knights, but
here.
A lot of tanks. Yeah, I like it, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. Oh, mass TP in, and Lelu under pressure here.
Yeah. Yeah, ToD is really playing so well. It's,
Do you think he should?
See how much he gets done, and how hard it still is to get these guys down. Like, take a look at the bank. Like, Lelu 11k, 5k. Even though ToD is constantly killing stuff of them.
But don't you think he's focusing too much on both players at the same time? I mean, I know you want to keep like both players kind of weak, but I mean, considering that Lelu has absolutely no main base whatsoever, don't you think he should focus on one of the both enemies have no main base? I think it's not realistic to finish off both at the same time. So I think, isn't it easier to just throw everything at one of these players and try to finish them?
Yeah, I'm not sure like who is easier to kill though, Sheik or Lelu.
I definitely think, I mean, Sheik is, because Lelu had more time to spread units, and I mean, you have Blight, so I like, if I was in ToD shoes, I would definitely go for Sheik and just hope that I have enough power to overwhelm Lelu.
Oh, the Tinker now for Lelu.
Has a TP though.
Alright. Keeper level. Oh, Panda almost level 7. It's so insane. Okay, Panda in position here. Nice. Takes out all the wisps. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I would also like the #1 priority kill all.
You were cutting off for me, but I guess you.
Yeah, I was just saying it's most important to get rid of all the to eventually.
You're still cutting off. Somehow not allowed to say the sentence.
I want to hear the sentence.
Yeah, try again. 3 times the charm.
Wait, what is your top priority?
Maybe next time.
Oh.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
ToD is preserving his gold count pretty well. I mean, he has expos running, and he's managing to get enough gold out of these mines to sustain his 14 to 15k for now. So very, very impressive. Still, I don't think he will be able to. I don't know. Maybe he will, but it's pretty difficult to continue this forever. I think he will lose more buildings in the long run than he kills, solely because he's feeding those enemy heroes.
Due to all this, like, ToD is the only one who is not getting a like he has to spread out his units. Sheik and Lelu can always pick up those units.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he's feeding. Yeah, he's feeding them, so that's what I mean. I don't think. I mean, if his units wouldn't give XP, I think he had a chance to finish it like this. But those enemy heroes will get stronger and stronger, and I mean, we'll see how much XP Lelu got without ever having an army. Really, I mean, he lost his only army very early on, and yet he's 664. Ooh, those tanks! That's painful.
Yep.
Would be way easier too with MK now, I think. So that's why I still think overall, in a game that you don't dominate from start to finish, in is much easier in these situations. You just don't have a chance to stop those elf heroes.
Yeah, I mean, it's so sick. Like, ToD is everywhere all the time, but still Sheik has 2 bases up mining.
Yeah.
Lelu is getting to 2 bases mining again.
Oh, and now we have a push into the main base.
Gives them a lot of gold. Oh yeah, and whenever you hit the main base, there is a force to defend.
Also, nice scenario for Death and Decay. And keep in mind, there's no MK, so only the Panda can stop it.
Yeah. And
Oh,
there we
that's
go,
bad,
Decay.
Death and Decay. I'm mad at him. Could have hit like all these towers.
Yeah, I think he wanted to preserve the mana, but yeah, still. You're right. But no reaction of ToD. Ooh,
Wait,
losing
that's
tier 3 would mean no more tanks, and that's... Oh my god, that's definitely it.
Wow, too late?
Oh, too late! Ay,
Wow.
ay, ay.
Is under siege.
Yeah, that's
So-
definitely it for ToD now. Like, not losing the game, but... Yeah,
So
it's stopped.
Welcome to the base race here, I guess.
Yep.
I love those games. If like at least 2 players are out of main bases, it's usually where like it's not just straight up fighting, but it's all those small clashes everywhere out on the map. And especially with a good Mass TP player, like with a good human player that uses Mass TP, it's just so fun to watch. And unfortunately in this case, ToD, it's rarely ending well for the human player with Mass TP, unless that player is keeping a dominant position every minute of the game.
Oh, and he only has Masonry level 1. So...
Oh wow, yeah, you're right.
Also very bad at this stage. Wow. Like, he's under constant...
And he's not tagging yet. Like, wouldn't you instantly tag with the second? Okay, maybe he doesn't want to because he doesn't want the staff to go somewhere else, but it's getting a new town hall.
Yeah, but he has to realize that this is now definitely it for taking out Sheik and Lelu. 13k gold still, but only 66 supply and 66 supply. It's gonna be very hard to do.
I like how Lelu is just constantly building new trees of life for like half an hour now, at least, if not like close to an hour. He's just getting one tree of life after another.
A player's forces are
He
under
could get quite rich now that there's a moment where ToD is not able to be that active.
Yeah, and there are no more tanks here now without the castle, so
That's right.
let's see. I mean, he definitely can get another 5 to 10k if he's not getting attacked, but let's see. I mean, ToD still has an army, and I think he will use it to put some more pressure on Sheik for now, but...
Yeah, so I think the only question now is, when are they trying to piece ToD now? And yeah, exactly, Sheik is dropping the item. Well, I think Sheik is realizing ToD might be bruised enough, and
Level
I think
9.
they will underestimate ToD's bank for sure, especially Sheik now.
under siege.
Do you think so? Yeah, maybe you're right. I think it's hard to tell because, like, Sheik never really tried to fight ToD in a he did not want to pump, so Sheik didn't really fight ToD, and he knows that ToD only fought HawK for a very short period of time early on.
Yeah, so Lelu was on 3 mining bases a second ago, and Lelu is offering peace to ToD as well, so yeah, I think I had the right intuition that they might think it's enough teaming for now. But ToD is not accepting the still feel somewhat confident, I think. Sure.
Okay, Mass TP out, so he is kind of accepting the peace, I guess. Because otherwise he would have killed this Expo, I think. Where is he?
Yeah.
He is defending against Inferno.
Ah, Infernal. Okay.
Level 7 Archmage is also nice. So yeah, he's getting the levels now. That's good. Level 3 Brilliance is a great addition. And now the big question. Attacking. So yeah, we
He's
definitely
still
Nail
coming
and
in and
fin.
out. I'm trying to change the server real quick. Maybe that fixes things. Okay, let's see.
Austria, too far away. too remote.
Well, it has to go through the Alps, right? So that's rough.
Yeah.
And ToD's now smartly on 50 supply, so I think that's the best thing that he can do. He should also try to get some of these mines in the south back. And then I think the others will also stop on him. And everyone will acquire a decent bank again. Sheik now, of course, also happy for the break, being on only 2.5k gold.
Yeah, very stressful game for these players from an early point on. Usually,
Are under attack.
yeah, it's like this kind of base race feeling doesn't start this early, but now we had it for at least 45 minutes. So I wonder, like, if what that does, especially to ToD's. I mean, if ToD is able to like calm down again now and play stay in peace for a bit longer, or only for like 3 to 4 minutes, and then he will go for another push.
I don't think ToD calmed down.
And he's even scouting for hidden armies, so that's very nice. Like, whenever there is time, you should always do something with it.
And Lelu is doing something on that island. The preps going on.
Yeah, very nice to see. And there is no rule for the islands. Oh, but ToD can't.
Ooh, yeah, and as we just mentioned, so ToD, no chill.
Yeah. And now it's gonna be hard for him to get more gold mines up once he declared the war to Lelu. I mean, for the game it's nice because Sheik can recover now, and both ToD and Lelu are on 12k gold anyways.
And
So,
the scouting patrol.
Yeah, and he
west.
scouted a lot of zeppelins of Lelu, like 1, 2, 3 zeppelins here, so he might think that there could be an army held back in these zeppelins. So ToD is moving past the necropolis of Sheik. So yeah, now he's doing what you said. You suggested to only target one, which is Lelu at the moment. And yeah, 2 of the zeppelins die, and Sheik is scouting it. So that's very nice to see for Sheik. The question is he snacking some? Okay, so he snacks only a little bit, which could be blamed by auto attack. He doesn't want to show that he is purposely killing something. And yeah, Lelu elimination plans continue for ToD, it looks like.
Yeah,
So
and I
yeah,
think
no free win
good
to
call.
Lelu is what he always says.
I think it's a good call, because I mean Sheik is. I mean, ToD doesn't necessarily know that, but I mean Sheik is, I think, the better one to face second here now, I guess. And Lelu doesn't have that many buildings left.
Forces are under attack.
3 moonwalls, 2 trees of life, and that's it. So
Yeah,
5 buildings for
forced now
Lelu.
to go on ToD again.
Yeah.
Which is all very nice for Sheik. 3 mining bases for Sheik here. Okay,
Yeah.
one is drying out, but look at this, there's a 15k mine, and there's a 9.5k mine.
And Sheik will
Jeez.
definitely be able to catch up in gold. I
This is the
think
juice here on the map, wow.
that Shredder had a short life.
Yeah, and
Not
I really
finished.
enjoy this game, I have to say, like the pace is so cool. It could have been so boring if after HawK went out, everyone was mining the entire map, but now we have a lot of gold still on the map that can be important throughout the entire rest of the game, or will be important in fact. So yeah, there's always something to go for and to fight for.
I don't think I've ever seen a match, like at least a league match, where that many worker died. I think it's insane. Like it's how many mines died.
It also feels like that every attack is somewhat reasonable. There's no griefing, there's no stubbornness. It's all working towards a very even game.
Yeah, and I think I've never saw a game this far in on Twilight with so much gold left.
A player's forces
Like
are
there's like 30,000 gold still on the map, I think.
And it's like basically
still everyone has
everything in the
in the
south.
under siege.
Like, that's the advantage for Sheik now. It's much easier for him to get the gold. So
Yeah, and still everyone already has such a nice bank, and we never had a downtime. So this is a very unique game, I have to say.
I think it's sometimes it's something I forget too, that like even if you see the gold count now, like Sheik has lower gold count, but it's also because he mined fewer gold from the mines that are in his
A player's forces
in his
are
space
under
of the map, in his area, so he has an easier time mining it later. So sometimes that plays a big role in like late game and even those gold counts evening out. And yeah,
And we have gyro bombs now for ToD, so this is of course a big help in finding plus eliminating buildings of Lelu. Of course, you have to be very aware of the level 3 breath and or rockets.
yeah, Lelu is down to 4 buildings, so
player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, and ToD is just continuing to find stuff.
yeah, to scouting is now with the gyros, with the gyro scouting, wink wink, pretty on point. The question is, does Sheik allow
A town
this
is
to
under
continue for much longer? I mean, he has
Yeah,
an
exactly.
interest.
If this continues, then ToD is losing more and more of his infrastructure, and Lelu eventually will die, I guess. Or
Yeah.
it might be a base race. But Lelu is now maybe asking for help, I think. It shouldn't be an attack, it's asking for help, yep. And Sheik is dancing, so somewhat.
Great call. So, yeah. And if you, it's difficult to say, but if you would ask me now, I think I would bet my money on Sheik.
Oh
know.
yeah, it's difficult. Like here, the next tree is found, so Lelu really having issues to. Oh, Lelu on 18 wisps though. Wow, okay.
Yeah, I think they're so scared of Lelu's late game capabilities, especially with the Tinker, that I think it's easier for Sheik to fly a bit under the radar here, maybe. Despite
Yeah, like
his
he's
great
managing to
level.
choose his mines with on 50, so he's having the time of his life while the others kill each other.
Yeah. So, see, I just wonder if he is getting a main base back at some point, or if he tries to win it by just rebuilding and killing stuff with Infernal. Because I mean, for Elf, it's easy with the Tinker, but for Undead, not so much.
A player's
Yeah, exactly.
forces
Like
are
I think he
under attack.
knows that he might be able to wear ToD down by base raising, but no matter how big of an army he gets, he's not gonna win a 1v1. I mean, maybe he will, maybe he does. But yeah, just some thoughts. You always have to think what to do with your money. Keep that in mind, guys.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
And yeah, for Lelu, it's a bit of a bad situation. I think he definitely underestimates the gold count of ToD, so he might think that ToD is down to his last army. As if not, ToD is usually going back to 100 ASAP. And Lelu thinks, yeah, if this continues, like if he is now going on to ToD, then they just both die and Sheik is getting a free win. So yeah, Lelu is not on ToD, even though ToD is on him, and that's a situation that is of course very advanced. And I think now it's time to a single piece once again for Lelu, is it? But yeah, ToD. Yeah, I think the plan of ToD is just keep it going like this. Hope that he kills Lelu and then take the 1v1, and with the surprise 100 supply with his 11k gold bank, being able to take out Sheik, and I think that's a great plan.
In the meantime, we got 2 donations. Thank you, His, for the €3, and thank you, Fatty, for the €5.
A town is under siege.
But yeah, Lelu is not going to allow it any longer and will go for the counter pressure. Even with the Panda ult, and forces, of course, ToD to go back.
I really like that Panda ult. I think it would have been more effective to use one more breath and then staff him out.
Yeah, I mean, like this, he is not losing his entire mana pool, I guess, which he would in
Yeah.
his Dark
A town is
Towers.
under siege.
Yeah.
A player's forces
I'm
are
curious how
under
this is gonna
attack.
go. Like, if Todd is losing more and more of his infrastructure while trying to take out Lelu, at some point he might have to rethink his plans.
Yeah, and Sheik is getting back at a base, and it doesn't look as if that will be scouted soon here by Todd.
Lelu scouts that Sheik is pumping army again, but it's no chat, so he can't really tell that to Todd. And I don't think Todd would care too much anyways, because he has a clear plan, and that's taking out Lelu and try to take the one with Sheik. But yeah, we all know taking out Lelu, this can be a very difficult task.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, but Sheik and Todd have done a great job keeping Lelu on very, very few buildings and not allowing him to use his gold, and the tanker dying. Wow, that was a bit greedy here, and the breath coming unexpectedly. I think he might be too used to face an MK here that can't build the tinker. Breath of fire.
Yeah,
Under.
I mean, yeah, Lelu doesn't have a Tree of Life anymore. He's down to 3 buildings, 7 wisps, so it might be over sooner than later for him now.
Are we getting a new champion here?
And yeah, trying to piece again. Oh, Todd is accepting the piece. Is this a bait or is this...
I think Todd realizes that Sheik is on 50 with all these mines here, and that it's...
Yeah, like
too
Sheik is
risky.
grabbing has still 10k and 9k in 2 of those mines, so...
But it's a great piece by Todd that I think was totally unrealistic for him to offer even half a year ago. So I think it's still quite impressive. I mean, go back one year, like last year in summer, I think is when he streamed FFA a bit and was like totally baffled that enemies would piece in a game. And he adapted so well. I think it's...
A town is under siege.
I'm still impressed because I think he is one of the least... one of the players I would have expected it from least. So...
Lelu lets himself reveal even.
Yeah, great call, I think, by Lelu. Because that's the only way you avoid that. Maybe the other player is going for you.
Yeah, but it could bait Todd into breaking the piece and try to eliminate him now.
Yeah, but I mean, true. But I mean, trust is a valuable resource. I think it's like that will be a very, very big deal if you just break the piece instantly. So
and maybe Todd just pieced in order to get rid of the 2 expansions of Sheik and then go back on Lelu. Could also be an option.
Maybe, but I rather don't think so.
The Archmage is just getting targeted, but doesn't even care. Like, in what solo game can you see an Archmage getting hit here by Frostworm, Destroyer, and level 987 heroes, and just stays there, gets healed a bit?
The game is so even. Like, look at the gold, look at the level.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's such a nice game. Like, now again, Sheik is not able to mine out these bases, so we still have 2 like 9 to 10k gold mines on the map.
Yeah.
And this can be so nice.
Players' forces are under attack.
Also pretty tricky that, like, on one hand, Todd has mass TP, but Sheik is spread out on the opposite side of his main base, and on the contrary, Todd has only 1 main base, and that's it basically. But it's very far away from Sheik, so...
Yeah, now both are in Sheik, so Sheik is also losing the top expansion, which is also 8k gold still, and 7k on the top left. Wow, so much gold still left. That's so great. And also 2 totally different parts of the map. And now Sheik is losing his main again. So yeah, I think they might overestimate Sheik's gold count, as he was so long
Town is under siege.
alone. But no, it's only 7k. The Archmage, okay, finally.
But honestly, I think I mean maybe he was a bit greedy, trying to go get all the gold. But don't you think if Sheik was sure that ToD had a low gold count, he would have pumped 100 supply more quickly? Because
yeah, that's a fair point.
I think he should have felt pretty confident to kill ToD with it then and have an easy one-on-one against Lelu after. So yeah.
And yeah, keep in mind, we always have full vision on the map and on the gold counts. So for the players, this is so much more difficult to judge whether their decisions are correct or not. So yeah, it's really great and really impressive. And
You
very
observe with vision. I only have sound on. I have my screen turned off.
Players' forces are under siege.
I enjoy Warcraft as a podcast.
Yeah, it's way more exciting that way. I don't watch
Exactly.
either.
all right,
All these tanks taking heavy damage here.
Yep, gotta be careful with the staff usage because your heroes might also be in danger, as the paladin is. So yeah, you can't save too many tanks, I think, even though you
Yeah,
are
losing
mechanically
4, which
And,
is
yeah,
painful. 3 still, and not even the worm here going down. So
yeah. And now interesting decision, like who is taking how many bases, like Lelu has no opponent at the moment, so he could in theory take all these 4 big bases, but as soon as he does, he will have a lot of opponents, so you have to be very careful, like you shouldn't be too greedy, but also not too little.
yeah, now ToD is trying with after like not succeeding with Lelu. Now he seems to be trying to finish Sheik.
Yeah.
And Sheik did not really manage to do much with all the gold that he mined down there.
Yeah, he's back to square one now.
Exactly,
A
yeah.
little bit less gold, but still Lelu and Sheik both enough survivability.
Yeah,
He
Sheik is,
he does have a guard army now, so
yeah, but
Yeah. But that's oftentimes not the best because if you have a hidden army, then if you're losing all your acolytes, it's GG pretty much for you.
and
you
I
have
think
to-
Gargs are just, I mean, if it's chimeras or even worms, but Gargs are just so weak in killing buildings. And
Yeah, I mean, in the ultra late game, it's super nice if you have the
For scouting.
airborne on.
yeah,
especially in a map
exactly. Yeah,
with
you're right, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't look as if Lelu will get a big chimera army anytime soon, and ToD doesn't appear to be the player hiding army. So, I mean, it's interesting. So both players, like Lelu and Sheik, down to just a handful of buildings each, and
A player's forces are
yet I wouldn't bet on ToD in this situation, I think. But this could change quickly.
I think
Yeah,
Lelu and
Lelu not
Sheik are
very
both
greedy, only
incredibly
taking one base.
comfortable with the setup like this. Like low building
but they-
numbers, high hero numbers. That's where they thrive.
But ToD is doing a great job not letting them close to his main base. That's usually where you, like when you start to struggle. And so far, because I mean, of course, they can't coordinate in no chat, but so far, yeah, they haven't dealt a lot of damage to his main base recently.
Yeah,
with
and
Lelu-
still Masonry level 1. That's a little bit tilting. Because that's the most important upgrade at this
town is under
stage,
siege.
pretty much. But yeah, I think at one point you just don't think about it anymore and assume that you have it fully upgraded.
Lelu is leading in gold, by the way. Again. Did so earlier, and now he's back to the lead.
Yeah, and we again have 3 big mines that no one dares to take. Only Lelu is the one who took top left, and ToD, the one with the 2k gold overall, that's now down to 1.3k. So that's not a lot that he will gain, because the town hall is also costing stuff. The peasants get taken out by the infernal anyways, so yeah. Not too much net gold, if any, out of this mine.
A town is under siege. Players' forces are under attack.
All right, so we are 1.5 hours into this game. Still very even, still undecided. A long three-way after HawK has been eliminated early. Good hero levels across the board, except the Keeper. I guess Tranquility would be nice, but it's not that important in comparison to the other two. ToD still with almost a full base, but
I think Lelu feels ready to go for a hidden army soon. He's going for a tier 2 tech on the island.
Has been a long time since I saw a tech on the island. Like, he's a bit desperate getting a 3 tech at this point, losing so much or so many buildings over the last hour. And ToD is going for that former and new main base of Sheik again.
Sheik is at
I wonder why Sheik is still trying to rebuild here, out of all the places.
I just don't think, at this point, I just don't think it's worth with 5k gold to even start a new main base. I mean, 5k gold is not enough to get main base.
It's exactly what I meant before. It's the big disadvantage of a hidden army. Like, he's 70 out of 30 on 1 acolyte.
Yeah.
So if he loses this acolyte, then the entire tier 2 tech, the entire hidden army is all gone into the dumpster, and he has to kill it himself anyway to get back an acolyte. And yeah,
he's getting a lot of strange necropolises. I think he's queuing them and then he's not canceling them. Like, he lost, I guess, at least 500 gold just by queuing necropolises right next to the enemy.
He moved the Gargs for some reason.
Okay, so
stat is down. Those are important because that's the mana.
Oh wow, and Sheik might be eliminated in a second here. That's his last building here if the Zig dies.
No way.
And
Yeah, that's just last acolyte is here. He has to be quick, and he is, but
ToD is right
he's
there.
not getting chased, and Blond is buying time now. And this might just be enough time for another. Oh, but Lelu is here. Wow, if he would kill a Zeppelin over the forest, this would be.
Oh my god, the sickest backstab.
Yeah.
I think ToD realizes, I mean, if someone builds those necropolises in such locations, it's usually a sign that they are under heavy pressure.
Yeah, these breadcrumb buildings.
So he has to just chase down, and I think if you're... I'm not sure if it's risky to fly north here, because you have to get past the main base.
I guess now he wants to buy time. Now he wants to force ToD back, so that ToD can't chase.
Oh wow, and mass TP north back to the main base. Yeah, that's well done by Sheik, but okay.
Oh, so he has no time to breathe again, but still he is 61 out of 0, thanks to the hidden army.
It doesn't look as if Lelu will have enough time to get an army here. But let's see. I mean, it will take him like 10 minutes to get an army, and he's still rebuilding rather slowly because he's slacking everything. Production buildings, Moonwell, so it takes time. And I mean, Sheik is down to 2 buildings, so I don't think he will have 10 minutes. So do you think do you think Lelu, with what he currently has, considering his heroes, will be able to wear down ToD? I don't think so. I think ToD...
Yeah, it's so... I just thought the same. Like, if Sheik was out...
I think ToD has...
in trouble,
I think ToD has... Oh, and all the tanks here. I I think that could have been juicy here for Lelu
Yeah,
to
but
help,
they're still
maybe.
in peace and Lelu still needs time, and Lelu is mining on 50 still.
Yeah.
So
You
I
don't
don't
want
think
ToD's
that he wants
aggression
to have
now.
ToD on him. So funny, there's so much gold on the map.
Town is under siege.
Yeah, but I think at this point, like what's in the mine still will not be as relevant anymore. I think.
Yeah, maybe
because-
in the potential 1v1, like ToD could just camp the gold mines.
Maybe. Yeah.
I gotta say, it's some great distraction by Sheik, staying alive and luring ToD away from the one necro he got while buying time for the Acolyte to move to a different place on the map.
It's so risky, right? I mean, now ToD is scouting really, really well everywhere, and there's only one Acolyte, and the Necropolises are basically in between ToD's main base and ToD's army. So I think Sheik is on the brink of being dead here. So we see the final attack here by Sheik, I guess.
Yeah, and whenever you
And-
see someone bringing their hidden army, that means that they are in trouble, because otherwise they wouldn't bring it.
But yeah,
so-
kind of dangerous here for ToD to face this. All the tanks low.
Yeah, but maybe Sheik also is fine now at this point, losing some of his hidden army.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he would be happy to lose some.
Because it's so tense if you are on one worker and 61 out of 10. And the bank is also dwindling slowly but surely, and you know that there is no help from the third guy.
And shifting to Lelu for a sec here, I don't really like what Lelu is doing. I'm not a big fan of those Ancient of the Ancient of Wind here pumping hippogriffs and talons, because I just don't think that will. I mean, it would be good if he. I mean, he needs chimeras, doesn't he? I mean, either chimeras can win him the game, or mass buildings. That's the only
Sure,
thing.
maybe the air dominance is enough, prevent scouting of ToD, and at the same time being able to scout all the buildings, because eventually I think Lelu's plan is never gonna be to take a direct engagement. but
Yeah,
rather
for
to
sure.
always
Yeah,
go for proving-
you're right. But still, I think without
Peace
chimeras,
attempt by, or not peace, asking for help here, pretty much. Attempt by Sheik.
but, they will need to kill some of ToD's buildings now, I think, in order for Lelu to have a chance. But yeah, looks as if they might be doing that right now. And I think it's a
yeah.
good opportunity for Lelu to weaken ToD's main base.
Yeah, suddenly Lelu is in a better spot again. And Lelu is still
that
mining.
surprise you. It was the plan all along, since he lost the Tinker.
wow.
This is such an important attack here for Lelu in particular. Like, if they manage to weaken ToD's main base to, let's say, half the buildings now, I think Lelu all of a sudden is in the best spot.
Yeah. And
It's of
that's
course
why
also
he's
super
definitely
important for
taking
Sheik
this-
to just stay alive.
Yeah. Sheik is getting... That's bad for Lelu, that Sheik is getting his building so close to Lelu. To him.
Forces are
That's not what you want. You don't want the other player with the target on his back to be that close to your buildings.
Yeah. And ToD is scouting now Lelu's mining base, but it's only 100 gold left. I'm not sure if he's gonna mass TP that one. Yep, he's still gonna go for it.
Lelu needs chimeras. Like with... I mean, he knows best, so maybe he doesn't. We will
Yeah,
see.
then
But
there's the scout now. Gyro scouts the rebuilds of Lelu. So at this point, if I'm in ToD's position, that's really frustrating. 'cause
maybe
you know
Lelu is
that-
just trying to secure that island with mass air.
Yeah,
But,
that's also an option.
a town.
but I just think it's like always possible to get mass TP onto something at some point. So I don't know. And now Lelu is going in with his heroes, and that all of a sudden will be way more distracting and annoying for ToD.
Yeah, and now ToD is losing a tank here, and suddenly Sheik might be able to establish another expansion if he's really desperate for gold, which he should be.
Yeah, this is so hard for ToD now to decide. Like, at what point do you defend your main base? Yeah, now he's mass TPing, but Lelu will return in a few seconds, and there's no more Sork, so can't really prevent him from running raid.
I think ToD has to ask Lelu for peace, and Lelu might even accept it.
Then the
Already?
big question, is ToD too frustrated from the past 80 minutes to deal with the situation?
It's tough
now?
to say. If you play your best for this long, then it's almost a little bit of a throw if you stop.
And both enemies have now scouted Lelu's island, which in itself could be a reason for them to peace. So, I don't know.
Here we have another staff. Tinker is here, saving the wisp. That's the issue with gyros. Yes, they are great in scouting, but they are so expensive if you lose them to things like this, just because you're busy. Like this is now 400 gold.
He pulls the other gyros, almost as if it's on purpose.
More gyros misread it.
Players' forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, you wanted to attack the necropolis. Aye, that hurts.
Okay, Sheik is also still going for the attack. Oh, and the Breath of Fire rockets killing all arrows here, so... unless one of them is going to peace with him here soon, I see ToD losing a lot. At least building.
Yeah, and you never know with ToD how hard he's gonna try. If he really is gonna leave at any point, could happen. But yeah, I think still sees chances.
Yeah, so far looking as if he's trying really hard, so...
And very nicely we also see Lelu always scouting, and Sheik now finally establishing another base at the bottom. He desperately needs the gold.
Yeah. But very cool game again, really interesting and unique.
Heavy shift in momentum right now.
Yeah, oh, the Dreadlord being surrounded, and...
He just DP'd.
Nice save on the tank here.
That's a
last
Dreadlord.
Ooh, ouch, that's expensive.
Oh, he doesn't really realize. Oh, he can't do anything about it. That's
he just
Sheik is-
used the TP. He couldn't.
And Sheik is supply block to 55-30 in a second, so we'll need to get rid of the Gargs, and he's moving out the Gargs instantly. That's exactly what you mentioned.
this is painful. This is so expensive.
That's why I really don't think it's worth with Gargs. With worms, it is, but in my eyes, with Gargs, unless you know that an enemy has massive air army.
So that's another supply job for him.
Yeah, Lelu is pumping, but it takes a while out of one production building, and it looks as if
for Lelu, wow.
Yeah, and he is securing this island here. Still think he needs chimeras, but
Under siege.
Okay, just when I thought that ToD is moving himself into a bad spot in the game, he finds a way out. Huge kill on the Dreadlord, which is obviously the biggest threat to tanks and gyros, etc.
Yeah,
Sheik, just when I thought he's safe,
annoying.
he's down the dumpster again.
I must say, Sheik is playing this very interestingly. I think he's at not one point in this game he really managed to get grip on the game. I feel despite his superior hero levels, at no point he managed to get in a goal lead, like a lead in army. So
yeah, but I've seen him win a lot of these games. I said this to Nightmare just the other day. Like for Sheik, he oftentimes has these super weird games where I don't know if that's the plan or if he just maneuvers himself into the weirdest situations and somehow wins.
You mean Nightwing?
No, Nightmare, his community member.
I thought Nightwing.
No. I know my people. I would never confuse
I know.
names.
Never doubted you. Doubted you. Here goes some buildings.
That's right.
And that's where Panda is just so much worse than MK here. Like you can't really scare them away. They will stay.
Honestly, if I was Sheik here, I would try to peace ToD at this point. Like knowing that he could leave at any moment now, being teamed like this, I think I would try to peace him and get back at the bottom 2 gold mines.
Yeah, good point. I mean, at some point Sheik should, but it's so
like
hard.
This, ooh, he will lose everything here. The Gargs are exposed.
Oh, was
He needs
so
to lose the
much
guards.
damage.
Yeah,
He needs to
kinda
lose some
needs
guards.
to.
Oh, but yeah. I mean, this is perfect for Lelu. I mean,
Yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
go much
Lelu,
better.
this was his objective: get rid of buildings here, of building HP in ToD's main base, and yeah, masonry level 1.
I think already maybe ToD is down to so few buildings that Lelu alone would feel confident to finish them. I think he could. Without the MK, there just isn't much that could stop him from killing them.
And I think ToD only has... Oh, keeper surrounded. Nicely done. I think ToD only has 1 Zeppelin and 1 Peasant.
Yeah. And nothing outside of his main base. And
Tinker.
now we see the Tinker under pressure here. I think Lelu may have let the keeper die intentionally to appear weak in front of Sheik, but not sure. Maybe not. Maybe just lazy.
Wow, that's so risky of Sheik here that he's continuing on ToD. I think he needs to piece him.
Yeah, but look at ToD. I mean, he's pumping more and more tanks. I think he still appears very, very strong with pumping.
Oh, the supply blocked with 1 peasant, yeah.
Big mistake, I think, to pump more tanks now, because they will just die against Tinker, Panda, or Dreadlord.
Oh, we will see in top here on the island. Nasty P. But how much space is there?
What the
There's a lot of space actually.
hell is happening? Alright, who's stuck with whom?
Whoa, wait, he's trying to get out, I think. Can the Tinker get out? Yep.
Wow. I never expected that range to be enough. But it takes a bit for that to finish here, and in the meantime, ToD is losing more and more buildings.
Yeah, exactly, and this will not make Lelu stop on ToD, of course, but Sheik is of course also to get rid of more building HP of ToD.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, Sheik in a good position again, like having 2 small main bases here.
And the Dreadlord is back also. Okay.
Yeah, so
Back. Lelu is down to 4 buildings, 2 of them in production, I think. But
Yeah, now would be the time for Sheik to piece ToD. Like, he sees obviously that ToD is in a bad position, and he knows that he is not too experienced in the base race hiding stages of the game.
tricky game to play here for all 3 players, but and we know that Lelu and Sheik are they feel very comfortable in these situations. Don't know about ToD, but we'll see. I mean, all the 3 players playing very well, except some small mistakes. And what's that going to be here? Is he supply blocked and trying to get keeper back?
yes,
Maybe he wants to show super bruised heroes to someone and signalize peace. I'm not sure.
Where's he? He has wisps.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
He's also building a tree.
Okay, maybe he wants to appear bruised, but he was.
RulaZ
I mean,
reads it immediately. That call.
Yeah, I thought for a second too, but then there was a reveal, and I thought, okay, no. I mean, he would stop immediately if there was a reveal, because it's quite pointless to do so. If was that worth it? We will see.
We'll see.
That was a bit weird.
But yeah, it seems like we have a stop for now.
A player's forces are under attack.
I mean, if he goes to ToD now and appears like, hey, I'm weak, I just found Sheik. I mean, there was a reveal by ToD just a second ago, so ToD
Let's see what
knows.
Lelu is doing here. Is he coming for the piece? Yep. That's what he's doing. ToD is accepting.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, if ToD sees bruised heroes here, that's...
But ToD saw how he damaged his own heroes here. There was a reveal. There was a reveal right above those heroes. That's why I thought, okay, that's kind of stupid to continue.
Okay. Oh, I thought revealed because he was his
But
last
what if
tweet.
ToD is going for the backstab now to make it appear as if he didn't see it, and then backstabs Lelu?
I don't think so.
Happy if he is not
yes.
using workers buildings anymore to Tinker.
Yeah, ToD is on.
Yeah, I think this was unintentional.
Yeah, I guess so too. And we see 1 tank against 1 team. Look at this. The 1 tank, how much damage 1 tank can deal to all those guards.
Tank
This
so
is
Insane.
195 gold versus 1 point.
Look at that, like how much damage this one tank deals to all those guys. It's insane. This
I
unit
think
should be...
that's a perfect number that Sparrow can hit too. Ooh, and Sheik is on top though, so yeah. As Leluaami's thought, this might look like Sheik is going for the win.
Oh wow, and yeah, ToD forced to use the Panda ultimate against the Death and Decay.
Yep.
And yeah, ToD is not in good shape here. Has not many buildings left.
And
Yeah.
not many peasants on the map. This one
Yeah,
is
there's
super
this
bruised.
one's...
But he's using the nice modern human hiding strategy in building the buildings close to the shop, but also not close enough.
No,
to
Lelu
not
knows
be
that trick
shown
as
on the
well,
minimap.
will be scouted in the second year, but I really don't think... I really don't
Oh, he wanted
see...
to let TP, but the sleep just in time comes
Oh,
from the top.
sick. And man, that's so risky.
Players'
The
forces
last
are under
peasant.
attack. Town is under siege.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Sheik is getting in some money again from these 2 bases, but yeah, now Lelu is on him.
And this is going so by plan for Lelu. I mean, look at this. He has plenty of buildings. He has most gold by far, twice the gold of them combined, and they fight each other now. So I mean, I guess it's time to bet money on Lelu.
It always
I
is.
guess.
It always is. You never get good odds, but it always is.
Yeah, he's utilizing the Elfish race so well in those.
Yeah. Ooh, all the Gargs die now. Oh,
And last peasant here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lino leaves him alone. He saw him twice already.
Yeah, no point for Lelu. I mean, Lelu should feel very confident against
yeah,
ToD,
Lelu
I
knows
think.
that he's the strongest.
Yeah, so
there's no point in making additional enemies. And taking out workers at this point is really frustrating. So yeah, good call to not do it.
ooh, and yeah, she cannot really. I mean, okay, never mind. He has Death Pact, right? So he could TP home if he wanted to. If he has the TP. Oh, he has no TP. Interesting. Okay, so he can't TP home. Why wouldn't you have him TP at all at this stage?
Yeah, and Lelu does such a good job in making others think that he's not the strongest. Like, how can ToD or Sheik think that Lelu is the strongest here in this position? It's really hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost impossible. I mean, basically, that's why at this stage, if all players have comparable heroes, it's about who's best able to scout and to hide buildings and workers. That's like what it's all about. And ToD is just not spreading his workers pretty far. And I mean, he doesn't have workers at this point to spread. And yeah, I think.
Wait,
Equal.
is Lelu revealed, right?
No.
No, he has a
Like-
tree. He had a tree.
He
Not have
he unrevealed himself long time ago, I think.
He might be revealed soon, though.
You're right. Where's his tree?
It's gone.
A town is under siege.
That would be bad reveal right now, I think,
Under attack.
because he has too many buildings still to be revealed. Ooh, and the wisp being caught. So let's see. I mean,
There's still 9 wisps. That's not the end of the world.
yeah, 2 of them in this Zeppelin here, and a few in the north. But I don't think he should reveal himself again here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Zeppelin crashes with 5 acolytes in.
They're also bruised.
No follow-up. Yep.
Wow, yeah, he's taking the expansion even.
That's not going to work out. I don't think.
Yeah, especially when playing 1 versus 2 at the moment.
Okay, he unreveals. He stops the counter, and ToD is trying to get this 1.2k expo.
Yeah.
that a bit desperate already, being down to 2k?
Yeah, I mean, ToD and Sheik are losing quite some gold by, like, and also, of course, yeah, you lose gold in this phase very quickly by just repairing stuff and trying to get new buildings out. And I think Sheik lost a lot of gold too by just getting pointless necropolises in locations that were easily scouted. So,
A town is under siege.
of course, much easier to, or yeah, you're much more tempted to blow gold quickly if you are on the brink of being eliminated.
Yeah, so
And-
ToD is going for a way more gold efficient playstyle now, only having one tank on the map, so whenever a threat is there, he can mass TP to it and step it out. So yeah, that definitely will save him the rest of his army that he has.
Zeppelin
Ooh, that's a
dying
big
here.
one.
Small losses though, for Lilo only.
Yeah, you say that, but I think it's, I mean, if you're Lilo is down to 5 buildings, so
But he also has 3 Zeppelins and 8 Wisps on the
Player's
map.
forces are
yeah, I think, I mean, it's fine. Let's see. Oh, and Sheik is getting some gold out of this expo. Wouldn't have expected that.
Same for ToD. Exposed up.
So tense here.
And ToD can rebuild peasants, which is also not the worst thing in the world if you're down to 1. Exactly.
Sleep on the panda.
Yeah,
player's forces.
that's fine.
Wow. Tinker is turning around. to
Is
get
it free
this
up
stuff.
already? Yeah, okay. So you can TP.
Town is under siege.
Very close though, I think.
ToD is scouting the hidden army here.
Yeah, but yeah, ToD scouts that, but Lelu scouted the expo, so
Ooh boy, late game time, more or less.
yeah, anyone can take this still. And Sheik needs a minute, and I'll get a new beer too.
What do you mean?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Sheik has the 7.6k gold mine as his pretty much last resort, which is also quite interesting. Also, he's on 56 supply out of 20, so also dangerous, and maybe even worth now to get rid of 3 Gargs in order to get to 50 for this gold mine. ToD has also 1 mine, but this is not too juicy, and Lelo on 0 mines. But I think still in the best position, even though he has the least supply, the least APM. But that doesn't matter
Man,
if he has the biggest brain.
what a sick game this is. How long are we on? 2 hours straight now. The 3-way is going on for like 1 hour 45 and it is incredibly close. Nobody's making any huge mistakes anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, 1 huge mistake and we have a free win for 1 player. So
Yeah.
that is not allowed to happen. And it's been a long time that no one is allowed to make a big mistake.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why this is the grand final, because with all other players, this might have been ended 1 hour ago already.
Exactly. And it's not like there's ultimate action going on the entire time, like it is in the hero arena. It's all about buildings now. And man, this is crazy. Well, Sheik is ready. Let's hope for the best. And we go on. Whew.
Okay, so ToD is joining forces with the Tinker, I guess. And Lelo, of course, again looks super weak, right?
Yeah.
He has 1 red Tinker in the front of ToD,
Yeah.
asking him to come with him. So how could ToD possibly go on Lelo like this? But on the other hand, Sheik is super weak with this last gold. But of course, they are not really allowed to let him mine this gold. So yeah, it's understandable again. And Lelo 9k gold, but not having a production building, so he is not able to spend the gold on army anytime soon. And let's see.
Oh, we're
ToD is
going.
revealing here, scouting what Sheik has, and they're really going 2 versus 1. And I'm not sure. Maybe, like, if both Lelu and ToD think that it's the best if Sheik was out, then yeah, this is the move. Get rid of Sheik and win the 1v1. But of course, there will be one who loses
But
the
these are
1v1.
not the last buildings of Sheik. He still has more.
Yeah, sure. So I think they are just getting rid of the gold mine, not allowing anyone to mine at this point. That's why it might also make more sense for ToD to take this 1.2k gold mine instead of the 7k, because for 1.2k no one really cares too much if he's mining that, but the 7k, 8k mines, no one should be allowed to mine.
So tense. Like, for how long do Lelu and Sheik have no main bases and hide buildings? Like, we started at 7:20 or something, so for like 2 hours now or something.
Yeah.
No, that's not correct, but at least for 1.5 hours they are just hiding buildings.
And Sheik has 2 buildings and both of them have a gyro on them. Not the best feeling to have in Sheik's position. 2k gold left. And yeah, what else can he do? Lelu is not on him, so he only can go on ToD, and that's a smile in Lelu's face, I see.
Yeah, and here an acolyte moving out, but
The Treant sees it.
yeah, instantly scouted. Treant will expire in a sec. But doesn't feel great, and you also
Not canceling the necropolis, even though it's under attack.
also Massacre feels so threatening at all times. Even if you know that the human is cross map now, doesn't mean he can't be on your side of the map a second later.
Yeah, Sheik needs the peace.
Were you yawning?
A player's force.
No. How could I?
Yeah, with a game like this, come on. Well, you probably got up
Siege.
5 hours earlier than I, so it's probably fair.
It's just parental sleeping schedule, maybe.
Sleeping schedule, if there is a schedule.
Yeah, exactly.
Living the parent life.
As Focus put it, welcome to hell.
Wow.
I wouldn't take it that far. So,
He had a big smile on his face when he said it.
so far, I would say it's still worth it. Something you have to endure for, like, the laughter and the smiles. So
Wait for puberty, my friend. Good luck.
yeah. It's all
Remember how you were? Like
I
40?
was an angel.
Yeah, you were not.
Warcraft 3 kept me busy, stuck to my screen, hiding in my room to play Warcraft 3
As
until
one should.
4 a.m. just to sleep in school.
I was about to say, but only on the weekends to be a good
for sure.
student. Yeah, as we all were.
So yeah, 30 minutes ago we were at a similar position and we said that ToD's plan was to take out Sheik and then use his 11k bank to take the 1v1 versus Lelu.
Yeah. That's not working. No 11k bank anymore.
ToD is hiding a gyro army here, which I find really funny. But I think it's a good call.
Would love to see them moving north.
A town is
Oh
under
yeah.
siege.
Oh, that fight would be juicy. Sheik threatened again at one of his necropolis.
And Lelu
Yeah,
also.
ToD really tries to eliminate Sheik. He feels confident against Lelu. I mean, how can't you? But yeah, it's funny that he is always saying Lelu is getting free wins, and
A player's force is under attack.
he will just realize that it's not that easy. And Lelu gets himself into a position where
And Sheik is trying to piece.
Yeah.
Let's see if. Yeah, okay, they piece. And that could be. Could turn into quite a challenge for Lelu.
Wow. Okay, so Lelo can't feel as confident anymore.
I mean, yeah, that's always the thing, right? If you're down to 5 buildings, like as soon as one of these players attacks you, like you have like a free ticket to attack them. That's a good side. But also you are eliminated so quickly if 2 players attack you and you only have 5 buildings left.
Yeah.
So
and this could be a great opportunity for them to take these big mines, like this 9k gold mine for ToD, and Sheik is already getting the other one, and Lelo can't really do too much about it if both camp these bases.
But ToD is still attacking Sheik's buildings.
interesting, yeah.
Like 2 at the same time. It's not great.
And by the way, I think this is the best tree location that you can get on this map. Not the outside ring where everyone is scouting, but this, like in this tree line between expansion and main bases.
And maybe not if there's this 9k gold mine next to it.
Yeah, maybe, but I think it's pathing-wise, it's the best spot to hide your building because...
Oh, and not even Mess TP to the tank, so it's...
Yeah, and Sheik is killing peasants. Like, that piece was...
more of a fake piece.
Yeah. So good for Lelo.
Yeah, maybe ToD thought that these were the last buildings? No, also not.
No, he saw the ziggurat. I don't know.
But yeah, definitely grand final worthy game, not 30 minutes quick win.
Yeah, one of the greatest games in the past 4 months or so.
Well, how was the map decided? Was it like a veto or what was it?
Map was vetoed, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. Because very often if you have one player choosing a map, you have like, if you have a good one-on-one player, for example, at the top, very often you see a very small map because they feel confident on that map or more confident to just kill all players quickly. Yeah. And it can be a bit of a bummer, I think, and we saw it multiple times in the past that you see like frozen marshlands and the game was over in like 40 minutes. So
Lelo again hurting his own keeper and then goes with the keeper to the gyro. I was expecting him to drop an item, but not happening currently.
Oh, Sheik
but now the keeper is very easy to kill for Sheik, but Sheik is clearly saying I could kill you, but I don't.
And he bought a potion. Or did he have one? No, he bought one, right?
No, it's just mana, I guess. Wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
Or was it? Yeah, it was. I think it was. Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
but
no.
Sheik clearly has signalized I could kill you, but I am not opting to.
Yeah.
And again, Lelo is...
And I like that, and I don't think we have ever seen it so used so frequently, but I mean, I think Sheik and ToD have seen it now. So, I mean, you wouldn't trust him anymore if you saw it once.
You should
never
trust him.
Lelo with 9...
Yeah, they want to go together, like at least Sheik wants Lelo to join him, and I mean, if you're invited that kindly, I think it's best. Like this is going so well for Lelo.
ToD is moving his army towards the bottom left,
and yeah, very important for Lelo to kill those gyros here. Big opportunity for them to scout him, and yeah, we see the second last building here for Sheik being killed, and that's almost main base 2 here if a few more buildings die, and one death and decay can kill half of this stuff.
This is sick now. How much will ToD gonna lose in this encounter? Only the Haunted Goldmine, but Sheik is already rebuilding. Plus Gargs are protecting it.
Really strange piece between ToD and Sheik here. I think they really had a reason to peace, but for some reason...
Yeah, I mean, it was ToD's fault. Like, he kept going on building.
Oh, keeper.
And even missed Pete then.
Oh. Gotta get out here. Panda surrounded, but lots of losses again. Panda trying to get out. Oh, being cycled once again. Hola. Tanks are falling. Is this Panda
His
just
ultimate
dead?
and staff. Yeah, we'll get staffed.
Staffed,
Not
alright.
wanting to use the ultimate for this. But in the meantime, yeah, a few more buildings dead here, and
Yeah, also
keep in mind.
tanks.
Yeah,
For me, the main question is how
the
deep does Sheik want to go into ToDs?
Yeah, keep in mind, she cannot.
Archmage! Archmage! Ooh.
Yeah, keep in mind, Sheik has no TP, and even if he had one, can only TP in a bit here because he has no Necropolis yet. But yeah, tricky. And also keep in mind that ToD just used his Panda ultimate, so Death and Decay can roam freely here. Nothing to stop it.
I'm very sure ToD saw the Tree of Life by Lelu in the trees.
Yeah, at least if he... Yeah, okay, at least now he should.
Yeah, and these gyros are now so efficient in taking out all these token buildings.
Yeah, and Lelu has 9k gold though, so even if that tree dies now, which it doesn't, I thought
Nope.
it might. And we see.
Might be good to just hide that for later. Yeah, we see Tree of Mirror. Nice.
A player's forces are under
Yeah, like ToD should think about piecing Sheik soon, but yeah, maybe ToD still feels confident against Lelu.
I still wonder why ToD is not getting like a Zeppelin, for example. Like he's down to one peasant, right? Is he? Yeah, and that one peasant is repairing an arcane tower. So
Yep.
doesn't look as if he really wants to go for like a
Tinker!
base race.
Can he get out?
Yeah, he has a staff. And ultimate on the Panda and TP, so... Oh, but yeah, ToD doesn't see it, but... okay, now he goes for the tree, I guess. Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
And also for this Moonwell, so... Lelu down to 1 tree, 2 Moonwells after this.
Yeah, still dangerous decision here by ToD to go on everything he sees.
Yeah, for sure. Sheik mining. 7k mine at this stage. Rare to see. And yeah, I mean, this alone, like this one attack now by just those 2 heroes is so dangerous here for ToD. Like he's losing so much.
But maybe it will make him realize that Lelu
Oh, and
isn't a threat.
he needs to revive the...
Hee.
Okay, maybe not. The one peasant, like... Can't believe how... Okay, he needs to revive him.
Well, he could
guess.
just build another if he doesn't want to go for his ult.
For sure, yeah, you're right, of course. But, I mean... Doesn't have that much gold left, though. I mean, he can sell a few items, so I think he's fine. But he goes for the revive. I just don't... I mean... He gets another scout tower. I think that seems a bit stubborn. I mean, you should realize that there's like this one scout tower will not change anything. So why not spread some workers? Like there's a higher chance that will win you the game than this additional scout tower in your main base. So I just don't think this is the right call. Like why do you think he doesn't? Like why do you think he keeps everything close? This one main base, why isn't he spreading stuff? Like,
Yeah,
is it,
I think
is it
inexperience, and also he had stuff, like he had a farm here and here and here and so on.
yeah, but that was like he tried it once and then he gave up basically instantly.
Yeah,
and now
exactly.
And because this is now, you see it with Lelu and with Sheik, they repeatedly, no matter how often they lose those wisps and trees, they will always do it again. And eventually that will win them the game. And I mean, ToD will not win with this one main base only, so he will need something outside of this main base to win it. And yeah, ideally a worker too. And now he's down to 295 gold only because he built this one scout tower, this one arcane tower, or yeah, nothing.
Yeah, like, I mean, there is so much survivability for human if you are playing it correctly. Like if you have 2 Zeppelins with 2 workers, and then every time you are starting a scout tower at a lab, for example, and whenever it gets scouted, you cancel it. It costs you like 10 gold.
Yeah, and you can mass TP to those locations. You can like mass TP, then cancel. So, and you can
Like
even get
10
an
gold
island.
for one building. So if you have 2 buildings, like on the bottom left lab, the top right lab, and you have 2 peons in Zeppelins, you lose like 10 gold every couple of, I'm not sure, depending on how hard they're going. So yeah, I think that's way more efficient than running it on army or on other buildings inside your main base.
Yeah, so the only thing that he has going for him is this gyro army here that is kind of scary. But that's all he has, because mass TP at this stage is not as effective anymore, because he just doesn't have much outside of his main base. He has like much ground stuff. He has those water elementals, but they don't get far. So he could spread some spell breakers, which he did before, but of course they will just die too. So, and the gyro's getting caught here.
Yeah, if they're getting too
Sheik,
close.
instead of continuing to mine, sells his 100 gold mine plus a cigarette.
Ooh, and that's a lot of gyros.
Oh,
that's too expensive.
Can't rebuild.
That was a big part of his win condition.
Yeah. So, I mean, Sheik has those units still, which Lelu has a few units here, but I just don't see Lelu's air units being valuable for anything but scouting, because I think the undead AoE is dealing too much damage to those hippos at this point, so I think it will be useless in the air against air fight. But we'll see.
Another question: who got the high score? Because we have 20% of the prize pool going to the high score.
I would say it's ToD, but I'm not sure. Resource now, I think it's Lelu. Look at the lumber count.
But I think it's in a match like this, it's not as important.
No, but Lelu's killed a lot of workers, and he killed a lot of buildings.
He's so far behind on hero levels.
Yeah,
I think that's all. And also, he didn't kill a lot of buildings because.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it must be
building. You get the points.
I guess it must be ToD, right? Because he killed so many buildings.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But I think also.
We see the death and decay and the instant sleep on the Panda. No, why not? No, okay.
Okay, quite some damage.
Cancels the death and decay, but yeah, this ToD is not going to survive for that much longer. Wisp found here, but will be staffed.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Sheik's plan is at this point. Like, how does he see his win condition?
9k gold. That's his win condition. And
maybe Sheik wants to take out ToD and then camp the gold mines.
I think if you're Sheik, you saw how much damage he dealt to the Tinker. I think because Lelu has no main base, I think if Sheik is able to deal a lot of damage to the Tinker and the Keeper's not in like close by to heal him, I think there's a chance for him to finish off Lelu quicker than vice versa. But yeah, Lelu has all the cards in his hand.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, and the peasant. Oh, one peasant.
Was that the last one?
No. I think he has. Yeah, that was the last one.
He has to rebuild.
Yeah,
that's
he
more
can
gold.
produce the one. Also, he's full on items still, so yeah, that's a lot of gold or item sales.
Yeah, also something we see sometimes a bit too late here as the selling an item, because you should not be on 140 gold and camp your main base with all these items. Like half of these items are, if you look at Ancient Django, it's a lot of gold and it's completely useless with mass TP and camping your main base. So you should definitely sell it and try again to move out of his main base. Could even get a Zeppelin, I guess, if he sold another item, but maybe not worth it against all the other air units.
Thank you, Knopf, for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, at the moment it feels like everyone stopped on ToD, but ToD doesn't stop on the others.
And someone
Isn't
in
that the
chat
entire
just,
season summed up in one sentence?
and someone in chat just writing ToD could just win by moving around the map with gyros, and I'm not so sure that these gyros don't do much. I mean, they can kill stuff, but they are super vulnerable to rockets and to Breath of Fire and to Carrion Swarm, so they don't do much at this point, except scouting and killing something here and there, but I don't think ToD cannot win this game by just using those 8 gyros.
So if you are Lelo, would you try to piece ToD here? Would you go on ToD, or what would be a plan?
Yeah, good question. I think yes, maybe, but as long as I don't know, it's hard to say, because ideally you don't need to piece anyone. They just kill them. They just attack each other anyways. But I think, yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, you may want to offer a piece now, but I don't think ToD will accept it in this situation. I think ToD has proven that he will not accept peace if he's just attacking you. And yeah, now again, Lelu has an excuse now to attack ToD's main base after ToD killed the Moonwell. Will be caught off guard here. But
Lelu down to 8 wisps. At one point, there was like, I don't know, 19 or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Also interesting, no one dares to take the expansions anymore. Like we saw Sheik selling the one that he was mining for pretty much no reason. I mean,
Ooh, keep up. That's a solid part of the scouting gone.
Lelu can be so greedy, unless it's intentional, which I don't think so. It's just greedy. Like, why don't just staff the keeper out if he's surrounded? Why do you have to try to staff to your other hero with a keeper?
Panda's trying to get up front. Block. Oh, screwed.
And yeah, Gyro's moving south, and let's see, might be intercepted now by those Karks here. And I don't think ToD sees it in time.
yeah, ToD is currently busy with Lelo, and now suddenly he's moving. to
-2.
Sheik.
Oh, and yeah, almost getting hit too. And yeah, Sheik now again in with his Infernal. And yeah, ToD is down to so few buildings here. It's
Timer for Sheik to take this expansion finally. I mean, he is.
if I was Sheik, I would, especially in no chat where no one can call it out quickly. I would definitely do it.
Yeah, he's going for the lower one.
Yeah, might be good. Did they piece here? Did they?
Not. They didn't drop anything, but.
Okay, interestingly, fake TP. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sheik really needs to piece ToD, I think. Not necessarily to go on Lelu 2v1, but just to stop
Get
the
the goal.
bleeding for both.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, without those mines, I would say, yeah, no one has a real incentive to piece with anyone here. But with those mines, I mean, Sheik wants a bit of gold out of it. Out of them.
Yeah, Lelo still scouting, so if Sheik took the mine, and he will find that.
Oh, he cancels it, but Lelu still sees it.
Yeah, he saw it.
Clear statement.
The dance.
Dude, this communication in FFA is so fascinating. This is how sign language was invented.
Yeah, it's pretty funny also how this no chat meta evolved over the years, because until I would say 2-3 years ago, no chat was only played very like we had a few FML seasons where we had a no chat bracket, I think, and we had this one like TBR where we had no chat games, but apart from it, it was all with chat. So this no chat meta where like items were dropped, or where everyone knows that items can be dropped for peace, has only evolved over the last 2 years, I would say.
Oh, chance to go for the
Wow, the dispel.
Can't get
That was
this
such a
around
nice
out.
dispel.
There's another
Wow.
cyclone in a bit. Here we go. But there's
Ooh.
also a myriad of coils and dispels.
Yeah, so important to have 2 destroyers here still alive.
Yeah.
And they were, I think, just in range, almost surround.
Town is
And I mean, it's crazy to walk around without the JP. It's so easy to die. There's only 1 staff on his heroes, and yeah. Sheik, I think, giving up the gold mine. Just realizing makes no sense trying to get gold out of it. Oh, and
Death and Decay.
Death and Decay, and there's no Panda ultimate, but still cancels it.
Wow, and did you see that Lelu also went with the Tinker and hit the Necropolis, so helped ToD to kill Sheik, just so that no one thinks about going on Lelu.
Yeah. He's like a
just
double
acting
agent,
friendly
man.
here.
It's disgusting how good he's at that.
Oh, and look at this.
players' forces are under
Ha! He
Yeah.
resurrected the peasant, so the Pala ultimate can't resurrect him. And ToD has no gold no more.
Yeah, that's always the best usage of the ultimate. Just
That's so
deny
sad, dude.
corpses.
That's
Yeah,
so sad.
the ultimate of the DK is deny corpses.
But yeah, nice
But
thinking, of
AoE,
course.
keep in mind, AoE deny corpses.
Yeah, and ToD is down to 6 gold. Should finally consider to sell some items, maybe.
Yeah.
Lelu is still on 7k gold. Like it's such a big deal not having to worry about gold count. And now ToD asking for peace here in front of Lelu.
Yeah, but Lelu still doesn't have a tier 2, so in case ToD drops out, which could be in any second, it's not the easiest task for Lelu, I think, against 998 here and without an army.
I mean, yeah, Lelu wants to
Still
win
a
it
lot
like.
of gold on the map, keep in mind, like we never have this scenario pretty much ever.
Yeah, Lelu wants to win it the sneaky way, but again, maybe an excuse for him to attack Sheik if this Wisp dies. Yeah, and it dies, so great excuse. And also, I mean, ToD is on Sheik too, so it's looking pretty grim for Sheik losing this.
Yeah.
So Sheik is down to just 1 building, isn't he? Where is it?
Well, it's an
Oh,
Acropolis.
it's this one.
Yeah,
and
and
there's
under attack.
an acolyte. Where's the acolyte? Here. Okay,
Also,
but that's
close
not a great
proximity.
location.
Yeah,
Instantly
it's not a
spotted.
great location because we have Lelu here right around the corner and the Gargs now. Oh, just in
But
time.
how is he saving that building? Oh, he got another. All right.
Yeah, but it's looking pretty grim for Sheik, I think.
Yeah. And yeah, ToD also not realizing that Lelu is the threat, but can't really blame him.
Not at this stage of the game. No. Necropolis down thanks to gyros, but there is another one. Very, very thin threat for Sheik. That is his lifeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say unless Lelu does a bad mistake, makes a bad mistake again here, and loses a hero stupidly, I just don't see how he loses this.
Yeah, and Lelu now weathers
The
It
last
must
building.
be one of the
Oh,
last
and the island. No, never mind. I thought.
Yeah, looked like it, eh?
Oh, but the panda is.
Is that the real panda? No
no.
way.
Earth panda is here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good.
But yeah, last building for Sheik and scouted. So
Yeah, he desperately needs that gold, but yeah, he is 1 versus 2 and not the best preconditions to go into this.
I struggle to see how Lelu is supposed to lose this. Like, he is so rich, he got so many wisps,
Yeah.
he got zeppelins up, he has perfect information, and he's Lelu.
yeah, I would say if he wouldn't have Tinker right now, I could see him losing this potentially. But with the Tinker, it's just so easy. Like, especially if there's no Sork, no Raider, just so easy to kill to kill 10 buildings here. It's yeah. at some point he could even consider to just kill Sheik, and I don't know.
Yeah, and I guess this time it's ToD giving Lelu the free win in quotes.
Don't say that too
Not
loud, dude.
realizing
If
that
ToD
he
is
has
watching the VOD and hears you saying this, you got an enemy for life.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, they pieced. Sheik and ToD pieced, but ToD continued on Sheik, so
That's right.
this was pretty much where it all escalated.
Yeah, ToD was your
And
most
then
watched channel. Or was it us?
Sorry?
On Twitch, that was ToD your most watched channel, or was it us?
You really think I can reveal this on stream?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it was rank 1 or 2, but if ToD is listening to the cast, you will not watch any ToD content anymore, I can tell you that much. Oh, we got a
I hope he
piece.
wants to forget about this game anyways. He now wants to piece Lelu.
I mean, they already pieced, so reinforcing the piece, but yeah, now Lelu being attacked by the Infernals, so I think Lelu should maybe consider to just finish Sheik. I mean,
Yep.
I think it's time, and I think for Lelu the biggest threat is the Infernal, like getting killed by
The Frostworm, yeah.
Frostworm Infernal, exactly. And Carrion Swarm, of course, dealing a lot of damage to the Tinker. So at least if I play Tinker, which I mostly do, I feel more threatened by Undead with Dreadlord than I do by Panda, because I just think Carrion Swarm feels so powerful against Tinker, also because of the range.
One building, by the way.
Yep, I just saw it as well. 2 Moonwells down.
Oh wow.
But is that it? No, not yet. Another Necropolis.
And 1 Tree of Life here, so I mean, if ToD wins this, I'm super impressed how he managed to get past those 2 snakes here. He plays it very well, I must say. So
Yeah, but it's still Sheik having to play 1 versus 2.
yeah.
It's another building growing in the south, so even if they find it, not a big deal. ToD is still at 6 gold.
Lelu should get more wisps. Now I think they are a bit more safe because there are not as many gyros out on the map anymore.
He doesn't have a tree at the moment.
Yeah, I know. Once this tree is up, I mean.
Yeah.
Worst way to lose a game by having gold, 6k gold, but no wisps to get more buildings. Wow, and
Look at Lelu, he is selling.
Lelu is selling stuff just to appear. I think it's a good call because it's something you may think, okay, they will not, like, I will not appear strong because of those items, and you may just not do it because you want some of those items, but it makes a difference. It's such a good way to sell your story.
Oh, Gargs are 1 screen away from the expansion.
And another Death and Decay here.
Yep.
Killing stuff.
Sheik's goal is now to eliminate ToD and then go from there, I guess.
Yeah, and
Or
he
maybe
will
try to
succeed.
close it,
I mean,
I'm not sure if he is still hoping for
Oh,
it.
ToD has no gold and only 5 buildings left.
yeah, and he will even lose a
So
few
ToD doesn't have a
gyros.
wisp as well, a PN.
That's right. Thin ice, ToD. Thin ice. And now he can't rebuild anymore because the castle is gone. Yeah. That's it. That must be it.
He
Issue with the full item.
he could as well leave now. I mean, he should realize there's no way he wins this. But I mean, very often we called games too quickly, so who knows? I mean, his only chance to win this is if Sheik and Lelu really get each other down to 1 building here, and then ToD seizes this opportunity to kill it. That's the only way he wins this, I think. he can't win a one-on-one against either of these players anymore.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, and the others might.
Ooh, the keeper almost dying.
He's stuck there. Okay, now he steps out, I guess. And yeah, Sheik is doing a very decent job here, being 1 versus 2 here for such a long time. So yeah, Panda is getting out. That doesn't matter, I guess.
I don't think I've ever seen a 2.5 hours match here, after which we still have 2 mines with like more than 5k gold each. And this Panda here might be forced. Ooh, forced into an
Yeah, the
ultimate.
issue for Sheik is that ToD is still killing his buildings. Lelu buying time here. ToD is
And ToD is
revealed.
revealed, yeah, nothing. I mean,
A town is under siege.
That's of course an obvious one. This is where the dark shine.
ooh, nice surround here on the Infernal, but
Does it really matter,
Players'
HighTac?
forces
it's a slow death. It's a pretty safe death here for him. And Sheik is again down to 1 building, so I think Lelu is in a very, very good spot.
No, there's still items to sell, and the Panda is now. Unfortunately, there's no Infernal drops, so he can TP.
But even if it dies, I mean, look at Lelu's gold. He can revive it. I mean, kill a hippo and just tavern the hero, so... And now the Garruk's coming in.
Exactly. Panda's in position though, but what can you do?
Who won the last season? I forgot.
A player's
HighTac,
forces
guess.
are under attack.
Was it? Yeah, I think. Ah, yeah, that was Lelu, right?
Yep. And you know who won the season before that?
Was it Lelu?
Ah, and do you know who won the season before that?
I have no idea.
It was also Lelu.
I thought it was 2 in a row. It was 3 in a row.
It was 3 in a row. Now we're going for
My
4 in a row.
goodness.
No.
I thought that was.
Wasn't it Neutron at some point?
I
Who?
thought there was one other player in between. But
I think Neutron. This was the game with the trees.
The game with the
that's
tree.
building
Ah, yeah, with the 2 night elves and on that map with the lumber.
Yep, exactly that. You don't remember this epic ending against Say So?
Yeah,
The last
yeah.
baseball was targeted by.
I was just making fun of you.
I know. Okay.
Of course, I remember every single FFA game I ever cast. No, that we've had great finals over the years.
I would say also the finals in general in the past 2 to 3 years are like on average were much better than the finals we saw in any event before that during my time as an admin at least, because we had a lot of good micro players that were not dependent on sitting too much in those times. Like I think we had a phase around 2018-19 where we had a lot of games being decided by like just sitting with 20k banks.
This is what he's forcing the TP here by only showing the Garks. Now the Tinker has stepped in, but he's super fast. Never mind.
But yeah, the tree at least dies. So Lelu has so much stuff out in the map.
It's so much. New trees coming up, moonwells coming up, and still 5k.
A player's forces are under attack.
ToD, of course, always at home in case Death and Decay, in case Infernal.
Oh, this would be so nice for Sheik if this went unscouted. Th 37 gold.
Oh yeah.
The dance with the Infernal here next to ToD's main base. So annoying.
Every moment he could walk across, and then it's a little bit more damage. There we go. All you need is a little connection.
One hit here.
So, are we waiting for Lelu to make a move? Because he's the one that will decide this game.
Are under attack.
Yeah, and he is on this Necropolis now.
Thing is, though, he's not making any mistakes in the late game, and the others rely on him making a mistake.
And Infernal killing all the Gargs. Yeah.
There's no land for stone form, they're all burning.
So that's all the Gargs. I think that was 2 gyros and 1 more building dead. So
the movement of the Tinker looks perfect, and also the Froststorm is out of position. Nope, the Tinker is not going towards the mine. Alright, so that's some gold for Sheik finally, I guess.
Well, if only he had an Acolyte here.
Yeah, there's one in the Zeppelin, chilling.
Always saving workers as one should.
it's so bad to see ToD here with those 4 buildings, because you know, like, whatever he does, like this. I'm on one hand, I like that he's staying, because I mean, you never know, there might be a chance at some point, but it's just very unlikely that everyone else still plays
he loses the Zeppelin with the last Acolyte.
Yeah.
He has to drag away the army and now move out the Acolyte.
At least that Acolyte can mine still. Could
But it
mine.
gets scouted by the Breaker.
I was scouted. Oh yeah, okay, now it does. Yeah.
And now the Leluaami goes for the win. Taking out this Necropolis.
Yeah, then there's no way stopping him from also killing ToD anymore.
Yep, that's the last building. Wow, the Acolyte somewhat escaped the Breaker, but the Breaker is on the mine and he needs to sell more items now in order to survive a bit longer.
He is close to the shop.
It's so tricky. I mean, in this situation, you just can't really know that, like, how much gold Lelu has and how many buildings exactly he has on the map. So, like, your only way to avoid this a loss here against Lelu is to kill him earlier, like to make sure he is out. Otherwise, he will always have to face him at this stage with, like, at least a bit of gold and decent heroes. So, just very difficult. And it looks like as if ToD and Sheik at this point just basically are willing to gift it to Lelu and just want each other out. Because I mean, they could peace. They should know at this, like, they should know now that Lelu is in the strongest position. But I think they are past the point of return.
I'm not
here.
sure. Like, I think Sheik knows,
Acolyte.
but
Acolyte
doesn't.
was tagged.
Oh,
That's the last one. Nobody but Lelu has workers anymore. That's gotta be the win. Like, if there's not a massive fuck up or a disconnect.
Got scouted.
I mean, yeah, the only way is that ToD and Sheik peace here now, and like now the only way is they peace and they, like, I don't know, ToD kills buildings and Sheik kills heroes. Otherwise, I think Lelu has this.
Oh, there we go. The haunted gold mine is at what, 120?
Forces are under attack.
The necropolis is under attack by Panda. Could be it for Sheik. Oh. Panda's here. Tinker's here.
Yeah, that's it.
That. Oh. Sheik is holding on.
Imagine the Tinker dying here and then buildings right after, so you supply block.
Haunted gold mine is gone. Okay, so Sheik is down to 1 building to 289 HP, and that's it. ToD is down to 3 buildings with, like, what, 1000 HP or something?
Yeah, I would say it's a matter of time until.
And Lelu has
Sheik's
4k
selling a lot of
gold.
items, but what can he get? What can he possibly do?
Well, I mean, if he kills his heroes and all his units, he can get an Acolyte back.
He moves out with the Lich, maybe donating it to ToD, so that ToD realizes that Lelu is
A player's
winning.
forces are under attack.
I don't think he has the time. I mean, it's one building.
ToD was defeated. And that must be the win here. That's down to 89. And he's killing the Necropolis himself. It is the end. The ever-reigning king is the evil kid from Finland. Leluaami does it again. And my game crashed, so I couldn't see the top score.
Sheik top score with 407k, followed by ToD with 399k. And 294 by Lelu, so it was pretty close between Sheik and ToD. But Sheik
So the lumber wasn't the issue, right?
Yeah.
Damn, what a performance though. You doubted him again, didn't you?
At some point.
At
But
some
I mean,
point.
those are the best games where like you have 10 at 10 points in the game, you have different players you would bet your money on. So always great. And this was a really nice and high level game. Like, can't forget how difficult it is to play no chat. It's so hard to balance the game, and they did exceptionally well. And eventually it came down to like the most gold and the sneakiest base race capabilities.
That is championship number 5, if I'm not mistaken, for Lelu. And we only do FFA since season 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he won every second season at least. This kid is just so